All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Loadout race of the week. I am casting today, Disputed Origin, joined by. Okay. Well, Goji's here, but they didn't want to
Hey
introduce
guys.
themselves.
My everything just cut out for a
Oh,
second for
really?
me. I just heard I'm joined by, and then I heard nothing, and I
Oh,
was
no,
like,
no, that was the cue for you to say,
oh,
I am Goji. Uh,
I'm Goji. Hey guys.
all good. Race got Ricketts, so I am in control today. So hopefully I do an okay job. It's already telling me it's unstable. My average bit rate is too high. That's great. Um, we have a very special race today. We are doing a looped race. First time we've done one of these. Kind of interesting. So the way it's going to work is for the first three loadouts, we are going to have a celestial portal run. So that's going to looping, going to stage 8, and then obliterating at the obelisk. And then for the last loadout, we are going to be fighting Mithrix. And they actually just got started right now. We're
Hmm.
running a little behind here, but should be okay.
We'll explain it as we go, though.
Yeah.
It's nothing insane. We're just the first three runs will be playing to stage 8 with no final boss. So it's really gonna just be about going fast, looting, having enough damage, and no pillar skips, nothing like that.
Nope. Well, for the last one, it is
Yeah,
a little bit of a factor, but no Twisted Scab. I mean, I don't think it's possible for them to fight Twisted Scab even if they want to, because it takes away your lunars.
yeah, maybe we'll do that at some point, but for the time being, there's a little bit too many variables to deal with for that.
Yeah.
And who knows if you can even kill them on a fast run? Like, but yeah, today we got Big D, we got Brian, we got Deklowski, and Tylor. They've all been practicing these loops runs a little bit the last couple of days, so I think the meta is starting to develop, but for the most part, it's kind of fresh. Nobody really knows how this is going to go and how well people are going to do, how fast people are going to go. So, very interested to see the speed today.
I am as well. I mean, like, the thing is, like, pillar skips, again, aren't required. It changes the equipment meta pretty heavily. Things like Prion and Saw, I think, are going to be a lot better
Mm.
because it's just getting through those TP events.
Yeah, I think it's all going to be about damage. Really, it's probably going to be the name of the game. Items like spaces and opal probably aren't going to be as important either. Because, like, you can take big hits from other enemies, but everybody else is a lot easier to dodge than Mithrix is. So,
Hmm.
don't know how focused on defense people will be either.
It is kind of tricky if you go into stage 6 and you have zero speed.
That's true, yeah.
I imagine the Rex one might be kind of challenging. Both mobility and DPS are kind of lacking in his default kit, so
Yeah, yeah. But looking at Merc here, everybody's dealing with this Halcyon right now. Looks like Deklowski got a alien head out of it.
yeah. A little bit scary for Brian there, but looks like they're getting through it. The new Halcyon is kind of tricky
Dude,
sometimes.
it's just hard. They actually made it hard.
Interesting that they go for the alien head over the Sail Star.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's made that decision so far. I mean, it is a really nice item on Merc. Kind of just gives you more mobility. Lowers all your
Oh, there we
cooldowns.
go. Tyler
Yeah,
took
Tyler took
the
the Sail
Sail
Star.
Star. Early Sail Star is so good too, though.
Yeah, and that's definitely like a Tyler move. I mean, he's the person that's been known to hit a Sail Star legendary chest, known to kind of do those macro
Yeah.
plays that Race loves to see.
And in a looped run, you're going to have 3 extra opportunities to use it, right?
Yeah, yeah, you'll get even more value.
Ooh, we got a Uke on Brian there, kind of in the crater.
Yeah, and Niklowski's out at 3 minutes, and I like his
Yeah,
items
they
actually.
found the Uke as well.
Really,
Have the most
really
out of
solid
anybody
stuff
here.
there. Now, I am interested how looting will go come the loop,
Yeah.
because my sense is that people are just going to go really fast and trying to just finish those last three stages. because I'm guessing once you get the damage, you got the damage. But we could see things fall apart for people if they go a little bit too fast in the loop.
Absolutely. It's one of those things where it's like you can be really comfortable in a loop, but sometimes you get a little bit too comfortable. You're like, oh, I'm just decimating everything. And then
Mm.
that overloading Clay Templar will come out of nowhere and just smite you down.
Yeah. What's interesting about it too is I think a lot of people that play Risk of Rain are pretty used to looping and understand how the difficulty scales with it. But because of who everybody racing is today, like none of us loop. None of us have done it
No.
at all in
Yeah.
like years. And creates this weird kind of lack of skill there where normally everybody's very skilled at the game.
There was a time where there were actually runs that it was kind of necessary to loop that you couldn't actually beat Mithrix or have like a solid chance of beating him without doing that. But ever since DLC 1, it's just been completely possible pretty much 99.999% of the time. I think I've had like one
Yeah.
run where I felt like I needed to.
Yeah, just the kind of the creep of the damage. Oh, and Brian just dodging that Vagrant Blast, hiding behind the prong. Oh, and this could be a little scary here as
It
well,
is
hiding
scary.
behind again.
Oh,
And that's a +5 for Brian.
was that the Vagrant?
Did he have Shrine of Shaping? Oh, he had Shrine of Shaping.
Oh, okay.
I was like, man,
Hmm.
is Brian cheating again? Is this guy cheating again?
Shrine of Shaping is so lame. I think there should be
Yeah.
some discussions about maybe removing it.
It's interesting how many ways there are to avoid the death in the game these days, for sure.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of lame for a racing environment. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean,
I wish they would change that shrine. It is, I think, one of my biggest pet peeves with the DLC. It's just not a well designed shrine. Like all of the other shrines in the game, it feels like there's a trade off. You're getting gold for health. You're increasing the reward from the teleporter, but you're making it more difficult. You know, you're spawning in enemies, so you can loot a little bit faster, but you know it can also be a challenge. Shrine of Chance can just steal your fucking money. There's no downside with Shrine of Shaping.
well, it's funny too because if you're playing like full looting runs, the downside is you just get less items on the stage. But the reality of racing is that you don't pick up all the items. So if a Shrine of Shaping spawns, you're not really worried about losing credits on a stage
That's
because
true.
you're like, ah, I'm not going to use all the credits. I'll just hit the Shrine of Shaping and be fine.
Oh,
And
oh,
I was gonna say we see exactly there, Big D, knowing that he has an extra life to use,
yeah.
just plays super aggressively, doesn't waste any time there. Brian picked up a plasma shrimp there. That's some really solid damage actually. Oh, not Brian, Tylor. Brian actually getting out of the stage.
Ooh,
Finding a
Polyloot.
polyloot.
Already having a uke as well.
That's some really good damage. He is missing that plasma shrimp from the stage before though, so
Mmm, that'd be
people
really
like
good.
yeah, people like Big D or Hortiklowski could potentially get both of those. And yep, Klowski picking up that shrimp has the key, so he'll get the Polyloop Plasma Shrimp next stage.
I
Be
mean,
very
even
powerful.
Tyler can get a singular Polyloot here, and that's really good even still.
Yeah. And I don't hate where Brian's at in general here, though. I think going really quick is going to be the name of the game. We were talking to some of the racers before the race, and some of them were mentioning that they found the key to looping was just staying ahead of the scaling. So even though the game gets harder when you loop, if you can just keep your run really fast, you won't be completely outscaled. Whereas
Interesting.
if you have a pretty slow run, you might just face some really difficult enemies if you're starting that loop at like 30 minutes.
It does make sense. It is a very old school approach. Back in the day, looping was the only way to continue the game. There was no Mithrix in early access, so that was a very common strategy for looped runs.
Yeah, man, I didn't even play the game then. It's wild.
I played at the
Might be
very
changed.
end of that.
Yeah. Oh, another Shrine of Shaping on stage 3, actually. Oh, apparently I'm pretty quiet. I can just turn up my mic if you want me to do that.
I can turn them up as well.
All right,
Might
you
be,
turn me up.
might be on my
I
end.
won't change anything.
Okay.
Tyler taking advantage of that sales star, getting an extra crit. I don't know if the sales star item was the crit or the opal there. Both are great items though.
Now they're saying you're too loud.
Yeah, the cabbage is saying that though, so it's like, can we really trust them?
We'll see how that is.
Yeah. Oh, and Brian's getting very low here. He didn't actually hit the Shrine of Shaping. So, but he did finish off the teleporter there. He should be okay.
Man, Brian's already gone.
Oh, I'm getting. Brian's already gone?
No,
Isn't
sorry. I
he?
was looking at
Oh.
Tyler leaving the last stage.
Oh,
My
it's like,
bad.
man, I mixed up. Yeah, we do see equipment try shop over there. I'm not sure what was in there. But yeah, like you said, finding damage equipments is going to be really big here. Finding the prayons, the saws. Probably not the backup. That'd be a nice band there, though. Fire band, sorry.
I do think there's probably better equipment here than the egg. I did see a saw in one of those multi-shops, which
Oh, yeah.
which is just great for bursting down TP bosses in general.
Mm. Yeah, just
Raincoat.
finding equipment that's gonna really scale with your damage. And especially if you have a band already, saw will be really good.
I actually don't hate Raincoat for a looped run here. You are going to be encountering a lot of elites, especially in the last 3 stages.
What elites are you scared about when you go into the loop stages?
I mean, burning elites can be pretty bad, especially if you don't have a lot of like small damage mitigation. If you don't have like a wrap or bucklers or anything, like they can absolutely destroy you.
Mm.
Twisteds are also a thing. They're not too bad. You got Celestines, Malachites as well.
Yeah, Malachites, I guess they could be scary, but generally you're just trying to avoid getting hit, so you're not really relying on your healing too much.
Yeah, but there's like the added little spikes they chuck out that you also have to dodge. And
That's
if they're
true, yeah.
cloaked by a celestial, sometimes that can be pretty punishing.
Yeah, you can get some crazy combos of elites there. How punishing are the Twisteds? Is it pretty easy to
Uh
dodge? Because they shoot at an orb now, right?
I think they're pretty easy to dodge. I can't say too much because I haven't looped very much like a lot of these guys.
Hmm.
I've mainly only played to like test out the twisteds or to do like an aspect hunt.
Yeah.
Every time I've done that, I was full looting, so I'm not entirely
Hmm.
sure here.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see how they deal with them. But Brian's chugging along here. We see Big D making his way to stage 4 as well. Tyler's
Brian,
playing a little bit slow here.
yeah, Brian is the only one that didn't take the saw on that last stage. Still has that egg.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it does worry me, Brian. I think something you see a lot out of him is he'll start really fast, but won't loot quite as efficiently as some of the others will. And often, once the run really gets going, the people with a little bit more damage will catch up to him. And
Yeah,
that might be the story that's unfolding right now with, doesn't get the plasma shrimp, doesn't get the saw.
did you see
Items aren't horrible, but
Deklowski's fight there? That was ridiculous. Double polyloot, plasma shrimp, just slays. Definitely, I
yeah.
think the best build out of anyone so far.
Yeah, picking up a watch there as well. Looking really solid. Or sorry, Big D picking up the watch.
Make these scrapping a little bit.
I do wonder if anybody will hit blue portals at all this run. I mean, there will be a couple extra chances to get some extra strong reds. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if people did that on the Mithrix run at the end. We'll see here. Ryan on to stage 5. So keeping up the pace. I mean,
Okay.
going very quick. Stage 5 at 14 minutes is really fast.
It does have that double poly and then getting an ATGs with it. Like, not as good as a plasma shrimp, obviously, but that is still a pretty good combo.
Mm. And at the end of the day, I think it's easy for us to think about the damage in terms of how fast you're going to kill Mithrix. But realistically, all that matters is can you kill the bosses without leaving the teleporters?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have enough damage to do that, that's fine. You don't need more than that, really.
Brian already starting on this teleporter event. Mending Greater Wisp Horde. Interesting.
Ooh. Yeah, this could be a little scary if he takes one shot from that
Yeah.
elite wisp.
I worry about Brian's healing here.
Yeah, does he have any?
I don't think so.
No. No, none. It's looking like he's doing okay though. Does have the opal. Dodge a little bit of those strong hits. And yeah, I mean the damage is quite strong.
We did get a sales star. A little late, but
Yeah.
these are gonna be some quick runs today.
Yeah, I think they are going to be some quick runs. I mean, it's funny because we were originally talking, we're like, are we going to do 4 loadouts? It might be kind of slow, but they could just be faster today. Could be a very short race.
We'll see. We do have Blight Acrid coming up. We didn't really have time to go through the loadouts, but there are some interesting ones. We got Fiend after that, and then Rex at the very end for the Mithrix run.
Mm. We see Big D picking up that electric boomerang. Nice little additional damage on his build. Doesn't look like anybody's getting the legendary chest here, which doesn't really surprise me. I was
Yeah.
looking at Tyler to do it with that sales star, but not enough extra economy generation. to make it
Shame.
happen. But yeah, the Blade Acre will be interesting. I think especially once you get into the looped stages on that run, people could really be struggling.
Initially, that was the one for Mithrix. And then I changed it to Fiend, and then they said it would be too easy, so.
Yeah, we got that Rex at the end.
Yeah.
See how that goes. But a really clean run from everybody so far. I'm really hoping Tyler like really speeds up here because he does have all the items. He has all the damage.
Brian getting a band from a chance stall shrine there.
Oh. Yeah, and that's a second ban there. I mean, if Brian leaves like right now, I really like his pace actually. I think he's at a good spot. It's really just about having enough damage here. So
The only thing that worries me about Brian is the equipment situation.
yeah. On the other hand, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra mobility in case you have any cooldowns. Oh, and we're here, Viscous Falls.
Yeah, so we can't see the stages for the looped runs. Finally get to see some night variants, though. This is probably the first time we've ever seen this in a race.
Yeah. Definitely a new one. And it's funny, we've been talking about it for so long of trying to figure out a way to incorporate these into the races. But here we are. And Brian's doing the Halcyon Shrine. Oh, this is really interesting because from my understanding, Halcyonite scales like crazy once you get to the later stages. I don't know if this is a good decision.
No, especially, I mean, I guess he did pick up a singular slug, so that is a little bit better, but I would be concerned about this fight as well.
And it's taking a good amount of time just to charge it. I mean, if I'm Brian here, I'm thinking I could already be halfway through the teleporter.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how his damage looks once it comes up against this Halcyonite, and it's not horrible, but it's not quite looking easy here.
A lot of enemies around.
Yeah. I think Merc kind of gets the benefit here of when there's a lot of enemies, you end up doing a little bit more
Yeah,
damage, having lower cooldowns, getting more exposed procs.
that's true. This is actually kind of the ideal race for Merc because Merc struggles on Mithrix more than anything.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think this is where we be seeing people get to Mithrix and then really slow down. But on these loop stages, it will be a little bit easier for them.
And we do have Deklowski here doing teleporter instead of the Halcyon.
Yeah, which I like. Because, I mean, if you look at Brian right now, I think he'd be done with teleporter by now.
Quite possibly. Ooh,
Does line up pretty
we'll
close.
get a Thorn though,
But he's out of here.
which the others probably won't get unless it is the TP item.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Big D and Tyler are still on stage 5. Looks like Big D's going to grab a couple items and get out of here, but I'm nervous about how much Tyler loots right now. He's definitely prone to kind of over looting and getting those big eyes when you see chests.
The Shattering
Oh,
Justice
there was
Sprinter.
actually, yeah.
Interesting. I mean, that's really good. Unfortunately, Big D doesn't have the poly loot here. It'd be even better with
Oh, yeah.
that. But I mean, with Slicing Winds, you'll be able to proc it pretty consistently.
Yeah, it looks like we missed it, but Klowski and Tyler also picked up the Shattering Justice. Brian is on the stage. I'm gonna just call it stage 2, man. I can't even remember what number it is anymore. Stage 7.
Only
Because
one
you have
more
to go
after
this
this.
teleporter and one more. And yeah, I really like Brian's odds now.
Yeah,
And he's really just got to kill this boss, get to the next stage, kill the next boss, and he's out of here. But
gotta be careful.
these Void Touch ups are actually very scary on Merc. Cannot get close to them at all.
Ooh,
Tyler's starting the teleporter on stage 6. Dealing with this Imp Overlord. It's weird seeing an Imp Overlord on this stage. It just feels a little wrong.
Klowski on to stage 7 now as well.
Yeah. But Brian is the person
Yeah,
to beat, though. I mean, it's going to be really hard to catch up as long as he just goes to the next teleporter and finishes it quickly.
about 75% teleporter charge behind.
And when we look at the time they're at, man, this is a quick race so far. I mean, Brian's on pace to finish at about 25 minutes, is my guess.
Yeah,
And it's going to be hard for other people to do anything to really catch up to it.
which
So it'll be interesting in the next few loadouts how people kind of react to that.
if this was a regular Mithrix run, getting 25 minutes on Merc with this loadout would be insane.
Yeah. And to be clear for anybody that has joined the stream a little late, the first 3 loadouts today we will be going to stage 8 on the loop and then obliterating. So fighting no final boss. And then the last loadout of today will be fighting Mithrix after a loop, so after completing 10 stages.
Do you think we'll see the lunar event? I hope we do. Very low
Oh
odds
yeah,
though.
on stage 10.
That'd be awesome.
I forgot about that. I remember in like the first couple races we ever did, it was before I was even part of it. There was like a bug where you could get the lunar event on stage 5.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I don't
like a
remember
long
that.
time ago.
I've
It might only happen like once, but yeah.
I have I think almost 10,000 hours in this game, and I have not seen that event once.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
you can only get it on
Brian just
stage
got
10 too. If you loop additional times, you can't get it.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's wild. It is a pretty hard event, no?
it is. It's very difficult.
Oh, Brian's looking good here though. I mean, he's just got to kill his magma worm, not take a +5 here, and hit that celestial portal. So yeah, just got about 50% more charge to go. It's looking great. Got
Yeah.
Klowski coming up behind him now, starting this teleporter.
And Klowski is about 20 seconds ahead in real time.
Okay, yep.
I don't think it's going
Don't
to make a difference, though. Yeah.
no, yeah.
Unless something tragic happens to Brian here.
It's happened before. I mean,
I
we've
mean,
seen
ugh.
Brian +5 on the ship.
Yeah. All those orbs.
I just want him to stay in the teleporter. That's the key on this race is really staying in the teleporter, making sure you use every second to your advantage. And there he goes
There we
into the
go.
celestial portal.
Very,
Portal.
very good job from Brian. Brian had to wake up at like 4 a.m. to do this race.
Yeah, it is very early for Australia right now. Of course, he does still have to make it down to
This is
the
actually,
actual.
oh, this is where the egg comes in handy, actually.
Yeah, crazy skip.
Huge. And it will be, you're right, it was like about exactly 25 minutes here.
It will be interesting on the other loadouts. I'm trying to think, who do we have next? Is there going to be any issue? But yeah, Brian obliterates Fate Unknown, and that's going to be a 25-10 for him. So great run, really good job.
Let's bring him in. Hey,
Yo.
nice job.
So
You did
I'm
get
fully
first.
yeah. Fully back. Feel free to pay me after this one.
It's loadout one. Relax.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of mistakes left to make today, Brian.
I don't make mistakes.
Klowski is about a minute behind you. It's going to the portal right now.
Running down the blue rocks.
I honestly forgot which stage the portal spawns at, so I was kind of playing blind for a little bit, but it's okay.
That's good to hear.
I thought it spawned into stage 7, so I was like, wait, why the fuck is it not spawning?
Good thing you didn't miss it.
Stage 8.
Could have just kept
Wait,
going.
in the last layout we're going to Mithrix, right?
Yes,
Okay.
Yep.
after a loop.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
I'm
Alright,
almost
so
curious
all
if we should
my
go to
data's
Mythics a
out
little
there.
more. Very quick run, but yeah, Klowski finishes right behind you. But yeah, Brian, you were kind of ahead the whole day, the
Hello.
whole race today, whole
Hello
loadout.
there.
Hello.
Hey, Klowski.
Klowski, you got second, about 45 seconds behind Brian. Very close.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
job.
Might have been first if I didn't got that brain fart on stage 6. I don't know what I was looking for. I should have just
Nah,
went.
mate. I always had you.
No.
Yeah, I think what we saw with everybody was once you got through the loop, it was like just go do the teleporters and get to the end of stage 8 as fast as you can.
Yeah, literally.
Especially with the loot. It was crazy loot, bro. Oh my god.
It is very
Yeah.
close here. Who's going to get third and fourth, though? We see Big D at about 54% charge, Tyler at 47% charge, and they're both dealing with a couple bosses right now. So actually could be anybody's game.
So what did you took from the fragment, Brian?
What's up?
What you took from the fragment?
Oh, from
Celestar.
stage 1. Oh, I
Yeah.
got the alien head.
Same.
Yeah, so everybody took Alien Head except for Tyler. Tyler took the Sail Star and did get more items out of it, but Tyler played pretty slow the whole run.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not it, bro. You don't gotta go to Mithrix, so you can just fucking speedrun.
Yeah, and that's
This is sub 25, like loadout.
Brian, you were the only one that kept the egg. Everyone else traded it in for a saw on stage 3, I believe.
Yeah.
And short term, it kind of hurt you, but I mean, getting that egg skip at the very end to just like get to the portal a little bit faster was definitely cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess a good option.
I just couldn't be bothered getting this saw. Like that shit just looked annoying. So
How dare you? You're definitely not getting paid now.
no. Oh.
Damn.
All right, Big D's about to obliterate though, and is going to take third place today, and just about 30 seconds behind is Tyler.
Wow.
So
That's pretty
very
close.
close.
All right, let's bring him in. Hey, Big D.
Ew, hello.
You got third. Very, very close. Tyler is right behind you.
All right.
Yeah, just very straightforward run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I think
equipment did everybody have?
um
Oh.
everybody had saw except for Brian. So
Okay.
Brian
Uh,
did win. I don't know if the egg was really the difference maker. Honestly, Brian just went fast the whole time and didn't loot that much compared to everybody else. So
mhm.
that was a pretty big difference maker.
So then it is don't loot. That's the meta.
Sounds
It looks
good.
like it. We do
Oh,
have
true.
somebody else next, but Tyler, just finishing up. You did get fourth, just about 20, 30 seconds behind Big D there. Good run.
Oh, well.
Just I think people found go really fast was kind of the meta there, and that's what Brian and Duklowski took advantage of.
Yeah.
That suited my play style really well.
You guys ready for
I'm
Blight?
curious.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go fast on Blight.
I'm curious. What is everybody's thoughts about how people are going to play this? Are you going to go really fast? Are you going to do what Brian did, or are
Man,
you a
I'm
little
going
bit more
fast.
apprehensive?
I don't know yet, to be honest.
All right.
Depends.
Well, I
Read the
guess we'll
personal.
see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Yep. Thanks. So.
All right. You guys are good to
All
start
right,
then.
let's get into this Blade Acrid.
I'm ready
Good
if
luck,
Tyler's
guys.
ready, so I guess I'm ready.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right. Is everybody out? Is everybody gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all out of here. Well, that was a pretty straightforward loadout. I mean, people
Was
just got the items going fast. It wasn't very difficult really at any point.
this
but-
is going to be the challenge one, I think, for the day.
I'd agree. I think
Rex-
this is where we'll see people make some mistakes.
Rex might be hard too. I think Void Fiend is probably going to be pretty free. Usually is.
Yeah. Really the only... Oh, wow. Oh, Blood Shrine. I was looking up a Big D and I was like, what happened to him? Should be okay. This is actually kind of a scary stage 1 for Acrid, though. I mean, they do have spit, so they can deal with the flying enemies a little bit easier. But you can get a little bit overwhelmed by pests and wisps here.
You definitely can.
And yeah, I'm actually a little scared for Big D. I mean, confident in him, but one little mistake here, and that would be a +5. Playing very optimally. I think in Big D's head, though, he probably played a little bit too safe last run and really wants to push a tier.
I think everyone's probably going to have that mentality.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But-
I don't know.
My guess, though, everybody's going to have that mentality. And then they're going to get to stage 4 and 5 and not have enough items.
Yeah, it
and
might not be the
then
right
start to
mentality.
struggle. You know, if it was the Void Fiend after that loadout, I'd be like, okay, guys, go for 22-minute runs. But I don't think Blight Acrid is going to be the survivor to make that change on. So we'll see. Could be wrong, though. They could just get Polyloop Plasma Shrimp again and all the damage in the world, and it's fine.
I really don't know what the play here is. Because I can see the loop stages being really fucking
Runic
rough.
Lens coming out of-
okay. There you go.
Man. Yeah, who needs to go slow when you get Runic Lens?
We just get him to change the seed, restart.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
cheated.
sorry guys, this is too easy. Run it back.
That is like, I don't know. I feel like that item is a win condition for sure. It's so fucking good.
Given it is hard to get in and deal damage.
Oh, spaces too.
Acrid, but then you get a safer spaces, so it's okay if you get hit.
I I mean, that crowbar
Sometimes the
looks
game's
pretty
just a little
juicy.
forgiving.
Take
Yeah,
that.
man. Maybe they should pick that up.
I love this new Acrid skin, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. It's so I feel like some of the new skins are like super hit or miss. Like I absolutely hate the new Captain skin and I hate the new Void Fiend
Yeah,
skin.
the Void Fiend one.
The Void Fiend one, have you ever seen those pictures where you're looking at a bunch of stuff and you can't recognize anything?
Yeah.
That's what the Void Fiend skin
Yes.
looked like to me. Like it's it's insane that they put it together.
Where it's like the picture
But
itself looks like something that
like,
exists, but then you look at the individual objects and then.
yeah, and you can't recognize anything. Yeah.
Mhm.
But meanwhile, like the Acrid looks sick, and like I love the new Hunter skin as well. It looks so good.
Oh, the new Huntress one is so good.
It's funny, we see Brian has not found any of the good items yet. Going a little bit slower here. Actually, a lot slower. And it's a shame because he just hasn't gone back and picked up that runic lens, so he doesn't know how strong the item is that's waiting for
Yeah.
him.
It's still
Kowski on a
recoverable,
Sage 2,
though.
though. That is true. I'm worried though that he's not going to get the safer spaces. And I'm actually
No, I don't think you will.
pretty confident he's not going to.
It doesn't
He's not
matter
a character
like as much because you're not going to be able to host skip. Well, I guess you wouldn't need to on Acrid anyway, so.
yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the ability to play aggressively,
Mhm.
which we can see Duklowski's thinking about picking up 2 wraps out of the printer and then immediately finding a roll of pennies afterwards.
Beautiful.
So economy is not going to be an issue for him.
Yeah, just go straight to teleporter there. It's a Stone Titan.
Yeah.
You just win.
Yeah,
And it is.
that's a really good play. Don't think anybody's going to be pot rolling here.
And Brian did hit the teleporter pretty early here. Now in second.
Yeah. Tyler again playing a little bit slower than everybody else. But on this run, I don't think that's a bad move.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if it's the first place strategy. I think at the end of the day,
Ooh.
if you want to get first on any of these runs, you're going to need to play aggressively and then have it work out. But I'm guessing somebody's going to make a mistake here.
Brian
As we
makes
see
me nervous
Brian
there.
very low.
Razor Wire is pretty good. Just being able to get in there, play more aggressively, deal damage as
Yeah,
you
it
get hit.
deals with all like the little enemies as well. It's kind of harder to focus with Acrid.
Especially
Enemies.
with the double wrap, you can really use that to your advantage.
Yeah. But man, the damage is very good with that runic lens. Focus crystal as well. Great item on Acrid. And it's funny with Acrid. I mean, I think we've talked about it before in the stream, but for a long time, people were really scared of Blight because you just don't have as much damage as Poison does. But the reality is, Acrid is a melee character, and the way you deal damage is with your M1. So it's Blight does suck, but you still have your M1. That's still how you're going to deal most of your damage. And I think we'll see people stick with that strategy.
It definitely like does get a little bit harder. Like melee survivors just in general kind of have the problem in the late game where if you get too aggressive, you just get punished really hard. If you get in Elder Lemurian's face, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of the complete opposite of the last run where on Merc, you do play aggressive and go in, but you have so many defensive options. You have so much mobility built into your kit. Whereas Acrid, once you jump in, you only have one button that gets you out of there. And if you collide into an enemy when you're trying to get out of there, you don't. So it's going to be really easy for people to get stuck on the later stages this run.
Brian's scrapping.
Scrapping
Maybe for that rat printer?
a sticky bomb, I guess so.
That makes sense with the razor wire. I can see that.
Yeah,
Grabbing
and
a
actually
slug as
picking up a
well.
slug, which I don't hate. One of those try shops where you wish you could just get both items. You want the
Wraps.
slug, you want the pennies.
Yeah. Wraps are super, super important on Acrid, though.
Yeah.
Just any damage mitigation you can find.
Oh, and Brian going back and finding this equipment. I don't think anybody else has gotten this barrel.
Oh, interesting. I think it
Didn't see what
spawns
was in it.
behind you when you enter the stage.
Yeah.
Ooh, Breaching Fin is really good, too.
Yeah, we saw Duklowski pick up the Breaching Fin as well.
Primordial Cube. Really good with the Runic Lens, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a pretty good Acrid item. Clumps up all your enemies. With that Runic Lens, you'll get crazy
Mhm.
AoE damage.
No one else has equipment yet either, so... Oh, and a
No.
transmitter? Brian is getting some good shit here.
Yeah, and then we'll see what's in this Void Cradle here. Maybe he gets the spaces?
Hmm. Luck had to run out sometime.
No. I don't think anybody's going to be taking the Void Crit. But Big D going back and getting that cube, getting that Breaching Fin. Klowski missing the cube, but on to stage 3.
Klowski has
pretty
5
quick here.
wraps, by the way.
Oh my god. I like it. I think
I
it's a
do
good
too.
play.
I'm gonna can work out.
Really lets you get in there. Completely mitigates like fire damage, any of the smaller enemies. And even like the bigger enemies, like minus 25 HP loss
Ah,
is pretty substantial.
this is a really annoying teleporter. The Beetle Queen spawned above the cave, so you have to just try to
Yeah.
use your abilities through the floor.
Yeah, and Blight is not going to deal that much damage through the floor. Luckily, they have a lot of damage, so it's not a big deal if the Beetle Guards and the enemies kind of stack up, and they can just charge the teleporter and kill the Beetle Queen after.
That's where the cube would actually really come in handy. And it looks like
Oh, and
everyone
look at
has
the
it.
pennies farming.
Yeah. They do no damage.
And Razor Wire is actually killing enemies.
Razor Wire is slept on. It's really good.
Yeah. Somebody asked, when is Blight ever good? It's not really ever good. Blight's never going to be what's dealing damage in your loadout.
Stage 1.
I guess I was going to say stage
Yeah.
1, actually. It's nice. But even then, it's a pretty small difference. Another focus crystal on Big D.
It's one thing I think
Really good.
Gearbox should maybe look at, but like I don't know when it comes to like changing stuff with the base game that Hopu did.
Yeah.
Like another one I think needs to be changed is Captain not being able to use his abilities in Hidden Realms. I think that's dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Especially since after that they had no consistency whatsoever. You can use a Caffeinator in there. Like
Yeah. It's the lore, man, though. You're gonna lose your immersion if Captain can all of a sudden use a beacon in there.
half the people don't even know the lore.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does really. It's hard to find it. Everybody's pretty close here though. Playing a lot slower this run. I mean, last round we saw people on stage 5 at 14 minutes, and now everybody except for Duklowski is still dealing with this teleporter at about 11 minutes. And did everybody print wraps? Yeah, everybody did, but Tyler only has 1.
I don't know that he printed. I think there was just a wrap.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I know there was one on
He did.
stage 1.
He does have it right before where he picked up the slug, so I wouldn't be surprised. This key is pretty interesting as well. Looks like
Ooh, a vase.
so far it's just vase. Yeah, and vase, I think people's immediate instinct is going to be that you don't need a vase. But vase is very strong for just getting across stages. I mean, we do have go.
Klowski did a really cool tech there. Instead of like walking into the cave to go to the teleporter, they just jumped off the map at a specific point that spawned them right next to the teleporter.
Wow. That's knowledge.
That is.
I actually never have seen that before. But Duklowski's already on to stage 4.
Instantly going to TP.
Yeah.
Seemed like
I
kind
think
of
they're kind of
the norm.
expecting to get some damage here out of this key maybe. And just more damage throughout the run in general. And their damage isn't bad by any means, but I don't know if it's where they need it to be for the loop stages.
Yeah.
You can already see it slowing down a little bit. Taking a lot of orbs here.
Damage equipment, even like the cube would be so helpful here. Procking transmitter.
Transmitter. Yeah, this is scary, and they don't really have movement speed at all.
You can see him start to back off a little bit after that.
Yeah. Feeling a little hesitant. Oh, and this is actually really scary. And it's tough with Acrid because you have to get in to do your damage. You can't run away and chip people down with Blight. Stuck between a lot of enemies right now. Yeah, this low move speed is really killer.
Oh,
And that's a +5 on Niklowski.
damn.
Tough.
I thought we would see one.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
I don't think it will be the last one either.
No, neither do I.
And especially like the thing with Blight Acrid is if you get 1+5, oftentimes it'll just spiral into more and more and more.
Yeah, because Niklowski's just stuck in this spot.
Yeah.
And he has to figure out a way to deal with these Dune Striders. And the only way you can do that is by jumping on them and M1ing them. Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if we saw Duklowski take a couple here. The key is not looking great on stage 4. Taking a Voids and Flame out of it.
That is pretty good though. I mean, Voids and Flame is like Will-O-Wisp, where the more you have, the better it is. Like it stacks both damage and range, which is crazy value.
Picking up a Mired Warren out of the teleporter though, that's going to be a really good Acrid item.
Yeah.
This means that whenever they're going in and M1ing people, they're healing the whole time. Combined with those wraps as well, their defensive capability is super high.
Also debuff combined with Blight. You only need 2 more. You have a Chrono as well, so
yeah. And they have Needle Tick, so
yeah, you're actually there. You just need
Deathmark
the
is
Deathmark.
online. Yeah. I will say one change that I've appreciated with the updates is that Deathmark has slowly become a more usable item.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember like pre-DLC 1, Deathmark felt like impossible to get unless you were looping.
Yeah, you really had to go out of your way to try for that kind of build.
Here. Okay, it looks like he's okay.
Like the items rework update in particular just added a bunch of new debuffs.
Yeah. All right, Duklowski not actually looting that much on stage 4, just getting into stage 5, which worries me a little bit. There's a lot of enemies here that could be scary.
That's surprising. I would have thought they would go back.
It's tough because you kind of get into this conundrum where once you +5, you think, okay, now I have to go fast if I want to catch up and be able to beat anybody. But in a situation like this, if you go fast, it's what's going to punish you. You're not going to be able to actually kill enemies as quickly as you need to.
Mm-hmm.
And Magma Worm is actually a pretty scary enemy here.
Tyler,
super easy to get spiked.
Looking really good on damage here. Like really able to consistently proc that death mark.
Oh yeah, and Tyler does have the death mark. Didn't even see.
Which is surprising because looking at their items, it looks like they're behind like Big D and Duklowski here, but
yeah,
the stuff they have is just really fucking good.
Finding a DML on stage 4 over on Big D's screen, but opting to stick with the Vase. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Vase is just a great way to navigate the stages, get across really quickly. Klowski made pretty short work of that Magma.
Somebody didn't loop the teleporter.
Oh, that is true. It is Tyler.
Disappointed. I was wondering when it would happen.
So they're just gonna input next stage when they need to leave.
Yeah.
I believe. After they finish the teleporter, I'll pop into their room and just remind them so they
Alright.
don't accidentally hit it, because we don't want to see them make that mistake. But yeah, unfortunately, the system we have today isn't perfect. It's not foolproof. Kind of set up this event in the last like 48 hours, so
You might want to go in there now, just because like I don't know if there's like a stream delay. I don't want them to like hit it
okay.
and then
Yeah, I'll let them know.
oh, it looks like Big D did the same. Actually, it's a loop event, guys. Come on. Big D did the same.
Okay. Should I go tell them right now? Or is it...
We'll wait until they kill the boss.
Okay.
Yeah. It was the program,
I think
guys.
yeah. Once the game got a little bit difficult, they started forgetting things. And for people asking, there is a mod that sets it to automatically loop. But on the 4th loadout today, we will be doing Mithrix, so we decided that this would be the best way to deal with it. But of course, it's not perfect. I will go let Big D know.
Thank you. Okay. They might keep their money between the stages. I hope not. I'm going to have to look at Big D here. That not super great, if that is the case.
All right.
Do you know if they retain their money when they do next stage?
I do not. I'm not sure.
Because usually it's hitting the teleport that actually removes it from your inventory.
I mean, how much money did Tyler have when he entered the stage?
He had 80, but I'm not sure if that's just what he had or not. I wasn't paying enough attention.
All right, well, there's some little kinks today, you know? Nothing's perfect. It's a special race though. It's we're having fun.
We should we could implement a rule. It's like if you don't loop the teleporter, it's an automatic +5. I bet that would deter him.
Oh, and speaking of a +5, we just saw. Wait,
Shrine of Shaping, I think.
man,
Yeah,
we
Brian
gotta
did
get
just
rid of this
die.
Shrine of Shaping. Every time I see somebody
Yeah,
die, they
there
don't
is.
actually die.
That's obnoxious.
All right, well, everybody is on to stage 6 now. Tuklowski is the one with a +5, so even though they've been pretty fast today, they are kind of in last place right now. I mean, who are we thinking is in position to take this right now?
Good question. I'm liking where Tyler's at.
Yeah.
Klowski is
Yeah, me too.
on to
and
stage
a
7
+5
now,
on
though.
Brian. Was that from a Twisted Elite, actually?
It might have been.
And they're taking another.
Keep that transmitter up.
They're really getting in here.
I think that's the flaw with going for Halcyon on this.
Yeah.
It worked out on Merc, but
and Brian is. Man, I've never seen what's going on with Brian's health bar right now. Is this the twisted thing?
No, that's like I think it is. It's that's what False Sun applies to you.
Oh, Brian's taking a lot of damage here. This is really scary for him. Tuklowski is on to stage 7 right now.
Okay.
But this run is getting very difficult for everybody.
It is.
Tyler is looking good though. I think Tyler is the one that's his strategy has kind of paid off here, going a little bit slower, getting some extra items, being confident in his build.
I actually don't think like I'm looking at Tyler's items and it looks like they have less, but the stuff they're able to get, like They're able to really consistently proc that death mark. I don't think, does anyone else have the death mark? I don't think anyone else does.
I don't think so. And that might just be the difference maker here. I mean, it's 50% more damage, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that death mark is the equivalent of like a brilliant behemoth. I mean, it's a very strong item to have in their build.
Extremely good. Finding another
Finding
safer
other
spaces.
as well.
It's okay.
Brian did find a spaces at some point. I'm guessing must have been on stage 6 here. But
Razor wire is so good for taking care of those wisps.
yeah.
The one thing I worry about
Yeah.
with Tyler is they only have one wrap right now, which by this point in the game starts to drop off pretty drastically. It doesn't really scale that well. I definitely would have liked to see him print a few more back on stage 2.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna be okay though. I mean, he just needs to really get through these Dune Striders. They're one of the most difficult enemies to deal with on Acrid because of how close you have to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think once he gets one of them down, he will be okay. And there we go.
One
Taking
thing,
one down.
I think another difference for Tyler is just the 3 Void Scent.
Yeah, it actually really helps. I mean, I wasn't too hot on that item, but it makes a pretty big difference. Yeah, that death mark's just going crazy. Klowski is on to our final stage here, and it's another Dune Strider. It's
I
going to be
think
3 of them here.
AoE is something that's an even higher priority in loot bronze. Like, it's always good, but you know,
Yeah.
the problem with it has always kind of been not great for Mithrics, but now, like, you see a gas printer, I feel like that deserves a lot of consideration.
Yeah, definitely. And Klowski's scaring me here. They're getting very
Yeah.
low.
Procking transmitter.
Yeah, we've seen that that Dune Striders have been just a very difficult enemy this run. Tyler's still not finished with that last one.
One kind of like
Taking a while
cool
here. Oh, and that's
synergy
another +5 on Klowski.
is you get the urn with the Voidsent Flame, so whenever you walk past an enemy, it just explodes.
Yeah. But yeah, 2+5s on Klowski, 2+5s on Brian. It's really a race here between Tyler and Big D. And Tyler's in a great spot. Finishing up the teleporter, going to our final stage. He's just got to kill 3 Dune Striders, and that's going to be a win for him.
Big D did clear out those Dune Striders. Did they do it quickly, or were they just not in the TP for a while? Because
I'm not sure. I think they did it quickly.
oh, Void Portal,
Man,
we
I
could fight Voidling.
Oh. Man, I don't think we've ever seen this portal in a race before. I
No,
don't think that's ever shown up.
it's technically not supposed to show up in Eclipse.
Oh yeah, it's true. But yeah, they've got their purple orb there as well.
Lysate
Picking up a
Cell.
Lysate Cell. That's interesting. Don't think it will make much of a difference here.
No.
And Yadikowski going through the celestial portal here, but with extra 10 minutes on their
Yeah.
timer, that's gonna hurt them.
We'll be the
Ryan
first to
playing
finish
around
real
with-
time, though. Tyler
As
also
long
has
as
this
they,
face, which is just gonna... They can zip to the end of this map instantly, basically.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say I want to see them use it right now, and there they go. All right, the pressure is on Tyler. They just need to get through these Dune Striders. They'll be in the clear, but it's actually very close. We look over at Big D, and they're doing the Dune Striders as well. So
Ooh,
who's gonna
taking
play
some
more aggressively? Who's gonna
big
have
damage.
more damage? And Klowski's all finished. We can pull them in.
Yeah. Big D is a little bit ahead here, I would say. Yeah. Got more TP charge and more damage on the Dune Striders. Did proc Transmitter, though, which this
Oh,
is looking
yeah.
kind of scary.
Yeah, this is really close. Hey, Duklowski,
Hello.
you are currently looking like you're going to get third, but
First real time.
things could change. You did get first real time, yes, but those
Yeah.
+5s were tough. Right now
I
we're
mean,
looking at
that stage
people.
4 was very unfortunate.
Yeah, it was really hard. Dune Striders have just been a tough enemy on this loadout. I mean, do you feel like you went too fast there, or what was it?
Not really. I feel like I went like fast enough, at least for like
Oh,
my
Oh,
playstyle.
+5
that is a
on
+5 for Big
D.
D. And I think they could have
Yeah.
won there if they didn't get that. Because
Yeah.
Tyler is kind of behind.
Yeah. Sorry, go on, Duklowski.
So yeah, I think like I went fast enough for me. It's just like I don't know how to play with this shift, and
Yeah.
I don't know how but the shift didn't stun one of the golems and blasted me.
You know what?
Mhm. Well, you just jumped up in a second
Yeah.
because Big D just took another +5. So a rough run, but who knows what's gonna happen? There's
Yeah.
time for you to get first still. We can see what Tyler does here, but looks like he's gonna take care of these Dune Striders.
I mean, Sulfur Pulse is just pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would prefer Rally Point over this. Holy.
This is a rough one.
Like,
Yeah,
has
definitely.
still 300 damage in one hit. Kind of insane.
And Big D is done. Let's bring him
He's
in.
all done.
Hey, Big D.
Hey.
So you were second real time, at least third in actual time. Oh man, you were looking so good there.
It was.
It's just that
I-
last stage.
Yeah, I kind of got too greedy in teleporter, but oh well.
Worry. Me too.
Yeah. Everybody except for Tyler here has +5'd
Yeah,
at least
multiple
twice.
times. Yeah.
And Tyler is going on to the Obliterate stage right now with no +5s. And we'll finish fourth real time, but we'll finish first.
But you know what? Tyler has no points on the board. If you needed anyone to win that wasn't you, it would be him.
Yeah.
That's fair, I
That's true.
guess.
But yeah, we can pull in the last two racers here. Hey guys.
Hey.
So Tyler, you got first. You finished last real time, but you're the only one that did not +5.
Awesome.
Brian, it looks like you're getting fourth here.
Stupid game.
Hey, the tide's turn.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm still gonna win.
Hell yeah, love to hear it. Yeah, that was a difficult run, to say the least.
That could have very easily been like a deathless run. I'm just a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, everybody except for Tyler had 2 +5s. I think the Dune Striders were pretty difficult to deal with.
No speed,
And-
yeah.
Yeah, no speed
really
is
hoping-
really hard.
I was really hoping for the construct spawn on stage 3 or stage 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, Construct would have been better, actually.
Yeah, I mean, how'd the run feel in general for you guys?
It felt good. I'm just like dog shit at accurate.
Like expansions carried for me. Like
Frank
they're-
did a lot of damage.
Um.
For me, Razor Wire 5 wraps carried.
Yeah, you
That's
guys
it.
kind of had different things going on. Tyler, I will say, had my favorite build. Was the only one to get Deathmark and was able to make that work beautifully with all of the different debuffs you guys had.
Nice.
Triple Voidsent
Yeah.
Flame was really good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much carried for me.
Yeah, Brian, the one thing you did miss that I think made a pretty big difference is there was a safer spaces on stage 1. and you didn't find a spaces until much later in the run,
Yeah.
which of course just let others play a little bit more aggressively and get punished less hard.
Yeah, that could have very easily been a deathless run. Like those, I could have just hit the TP on that one where I died to the golems, and then my death to the fucking to those Dune Striders was so stupid. But it's all good. I'm still gonna win.
Yeah, how are you feeling? Are you gonna go Halcyon on this last run?
Yes.
All right. All
Interesting.
right.
You've been the only one to do that so far. In the last run, that really worked out for you. This time, not so much.
I'm the only one with balls in this lobby. So let's go.
Before we start, let's just quick reminder: make sure that you loop.
Yeah.
You want to
Yes.
make sure
Yeah.
you're looping on stage 5. That's
There-
in case you don't remember, we're doing a loop race today. So
Did,
you
wait,
need to,
did someone
Wait,
not loot?
really? No way.
Just
Two
remember
people.
to repeat those words. I am a
I won't
looper.
name names, but 2 of you did not loop, and I had to go into your call and remind you to enter
Damn,
a
you guys
console
are
command.
dumb.
Yeah.
There will, from
we don't
going
know who
forward,
it
there will
was.
be a 3-hour penalty for those who do not loop.
Yeah, going forward, you'll be
Personal.
banned for the next 2 months from races if you don't
Yeah.
loop this loadout. So,
Okay.
I am a
yeah.
looper.
All right, you guys ready for third loadout?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm ready if Tyler's ready. Are you ready, Tyler?
I think so.
Alright, I'm ready then.
Should be
All right,
the
get in
easiest
there.
one.
Good luck.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
Yeah, we couldn't ban anybody from the races. We do not have enough people to get rid of anybody.
We're desperate.
We desperately need racers. So hey, sign up if you want to race. Apply.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting into this third loadout. I think that was the hard one today.
We'll see how Rex goes.
Are we?
I can see Rex being difficult for the Mithrix one.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
true.
a horrible loadout. It's all non-self damage.
Yeah, I think people will just loot a lot on that loadout because it's going to be very easy to just get stuck behind on damage. But looking up at the scoreboard, we got Duklowski and Tyler tied in first place with 4 points. Wait, did Tyler get a bonus point there? Tyler did, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, very, very good job from Tyler. Just forgot bonus points existed, really.
It is kind of anyone's game at this point. Big D a little behind, 2 points. Brian at 3, and then Klowski and Tyler at 4.
Yeah. And man, it's really interesting seeing how people are performing in this because I think like Big D's probably like the number 1 seeded racer out of the 4 of them. I think he's had the most success in events, but struggling a little bit in this new format. Whereas
Yeah.
like often we see Tyler playing slower than everybody else, but
That's true.
that's worked to his advantage so far.
We also saw like kind of the opposite of the first loadout in that last one, where Brian got first, Tyler got last. That last loadout, those using the same strategies worked out completely different, and Tyler ended up
Yeah.
getting first, and Brian got last.
Yeah, definitely. But I think we'll see people going pretty quick on Void Fiend.
I do as well.
I honestly don't think Void Fiend is as strong as Merc is in this type of event. I think Merc has the advantage of just having built-in AoE.
Yeah.
That's really strong. Like Void Fiend is a very strong survivor, but if you don't get damage, you start to fall off on like stage 5. And I think it's going to be even harder on stage 6, stage 7, stage 8. So I hope people loot enough.
Should definitely be easier than Blight Acrid, though. I think as long as they're paying attention and they're at least looting a little bit, they should be able to do okay here.
Yeah, my concern is just it's really Brian. I think Brian could be susceptible to go too fast in this loadout and not get the damage. I think like Mithrix is really easy to deal with on Void Fiend. But like big crowds of difficult enemies on the loop stages might be kind of hard.
If they
We'll
get an
see.
ocular HUD, I feel like that's just a win. Ooh, Ice Band.
Yeah, Iceman's great, and a little bit of speed over on Tyler. I mean, that's going to be a huge difference maker if they can get a few speed items early.
We got a Gloop as well, which isn't
Dude,
amazing, but
you can take advantage of it on Void Fiend though. You can
you
deal damage
can.
to yourself.
It's kind of just nice to find early in case you find a yellow printer.
Yeah. Also, I feel like Gloop is a little bit better here versus Mithrix, because if you're on the later stages and you proc Gloop, it can like kind of wipe the screen for you. Whereas in Mithrix, it doesn't do quite as much. Like it's just like one big burst of damage to Mithrix. So
Mhm.
it can be pretty helpful for people. Are we pot rolling here? What do you think?
Good question. I don't know.
I'm guessing not, but I could see Tyler doing it if there's good pot spawns. If we get God pot, maybe. But honestly, the teleporter's in like the worst position for pot rolling, so it's gonna take a lot of time.
Yeah, it could also be on top of the button there. It's possible.
That's true. Brian, no surprise though, speeding along, already dealing with the stage 2 teleporter boss. Meanwhile, everybody else is still on stage 1. And the damage is showing. It looks like he'll be able to kill this Dune Shardder before it even goes into its suck.
With Void Chain, it's just very important to like pay attention to your corruption meter and make sure you're hitting teleporter when that's at the right percentage.
Yeah, definitely. Especially on the first couple of stages.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can lose a lot of time by just hitting teleporter at the wrong time or not staying up on your corruption meter. We see Big D actually going for that blue portal here, which is interesting. I'm wondering what he's really looking for.
Interesting on stage 1 to do. Because usually
yeah.
on stage 1, you don't have what you need to actually go into the soups or anything.
Mm. Okay, but they didn't actually hit it on Tyler's screen. Just passed it up. What is this printer? Oh, we see a focus crystal printer that Big D's going into.
That's decent.
That's,
Didn't take the attack speed
it's
either, which I would maybe hold
strong.
on to, but another focus crystal is good as well.
Yeah, once you're in corrupted form, you can get into focus crystal range pretty easily, and then getting a chronic expansion on top,
That's
that's some
some,
good damage,
yeah, some multiplication there.
especially with the ban too.
And
I think they're the one with damage right now. We'll see what the others do though. I mean, maybe Brian goes back to that side of the stage. Finds a hoof actually. Pretty solid.
need that for the pillar skip.
Yeah, that's true. Remember, they need 2.5 speed to get up to Mythics. Oh, wait. Yeah, Brian. Okay, so I'm going to just say it. I told you I was a little nervous about Brian going too fast. With the items Brian has right now, he will really struggle on stage 5.
Yeah.
And he will really struggle on stage 6. And obviously, he's going to find more items, but
Was there
I'm a little bit nervous.
a backup mag printer?
There was actually. I saw Duklowski going into it.
Interesting to go into that instead of the focus crystal printer. I wonder if they just didn't see that one.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta have just missed the focus crystal printer.
I mean, backup mags
'Cause-
are good on Fiend, but because you refresh all of your stacks whenever you change modes, but I don't think it's
Yeah.
as good as a focus crystal would be.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, focus crystal is just like 80% more damage if you have 4 of those when you're in corrupted form. Brian, not looking bad though. I mean, dealing with that Dune Strider pretty quickly. I do wonder if anybody else finds that second hoof. Gonna be back behind that wall, behind teleporter there. Brian did miss the first hoof, so it kind of evens out for him, but movement speed's a pretty big deal here. Just navigating these stages quicker. Do you think Brian's gonna clear this this Void Seed here?
I kind of hope so. There's only 4
Yeah.
left. I think it would probably be worth, especially where Brian's at right now.
Yeah, if he can find a damaged Void item,
Oh.
I mean that's
You know what? Brian took the Wungus, which is also really going to hurt his DPS.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize. Yeah, that's just a bit of a blunder.
Yeah.
I mean, nice to have healing, but don't really need healing on
No.
Void Fiend, and all you're doing is making it so it's harder to charge up your corrupted form. We do see an equipment try shop over there that Brian pinged, and I saw a Seed of Life in there. Which if I'm Brian, I do not hate having an extra life. Is clearing this Void Seed.
Yeah. It's a good call. Hopefully there's like Polyloot Plasma Shrimp, something crazy in here.
Yeah.
Probably won't be though.
Yeah, you could use it.
Get ready for
Surely it's not,
3 more
surely it's not like
Wungus.
Void Crit, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Okay, that's not bad. You should be able to charge up and get this this potential as well. Man, I feel like people sleep on the potentials. Like, obviously they're not as good as Void items, but like potential's pretty good, man. Gets a ban out of that.
I just don't like that they're every time you see one, it could have been 2 Void Cradles.
Is that really how it works? It's
Yeah.
2 Void Cradles for
They're
one.
twice as expensive.
Oh. That's a little crazy.
They take up 50 credits in Void Seed.
I mean, just think about it though. Ice Band is kind of like 2 times better than a Void Band. The math checks out.
Yeah, if you get the Ice Band.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if that's necessarily true in this run, because I feel like the AoE from Void Band would be pretty decent in a loop run.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. Of course, a Fire Band would suffice as well. Oh yeah, Big D is actually doing the Halcyon here, which I like. I mean, he has the extra
Yeah.
damage here. Halcyon is no problem.
Cleared that out really
It's gonna
quick.
be really fast, and is going to get an item here that no one else will.
Ooh,
That's a hard decision.
Those
but
are
I
all
like the
good.
Breaching Fan.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah, and I really like Big D's build right now. I think once he clears up this Void Seed, he could get another band.
Where was the ignition tank?
Oh, I didn't. Who is in it?
Klowski.
Oh yeah, Duklowski has one.
I'm assuming it was this stage, but that could potentially be very good going forward.
Yeah. And yeah, just another reminder for the format today. The first 3 runs, they're going to be obliterating on stage 8. And then the final run, they will be going through all 10 stages, looping, and fighting Mithrix at the end. So, kind of a special event today. We're just trying it out. We really haven't done this too much before. So, everybody's kind of learning as we go. Brian getting on to stage 4.
Hopefully it's been okay. You guys won't all unsubscribe from the channel. That'd suck.
Yeah, don't leave us a bad review at the end.
Race is gonna come back next week and be like, "What did you do?"
Hopefully people remember to loop this time.
Interesting going for the chronic expansion there over the ice band for Big D.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's not a bad play. If you think about on stage 5, 6, and 7, it's gonna be pretty easy to get those stacks up.
Yeah,
And
but
when you're in,
here's why I would hesitate. It's because they already have one. So you're going from 10 stacks to 15.
Brian broke his watch.
Brian. Oh, and there is a gas printer.
Oh wow, that's pretty nice. Is Brian the only one with the ignition tank? No, it's Duklowski's the only one with
Klowski.
it. So
they see it. It's kind of out of the way.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna be
and
pretty
that's
strong.
a seed of life consumed for Brian.
What a bummer. Yeah. Yeah, Brian's in a tough spot here now.
They're still hitting those teleporters so early. Getting a second gloop. Okay.
That's a yellow item.
I want to see Brian slow down a little bit here. Like, Brian hasn't +5'd yet, and that, which is really fucking good. But I feel like if Brian keeps going this direction, he's gonna +5 next stage or the stage after.
Yeah, I think he needs to just take some time this stage, loot up some items, find a little bit more power. The issue is, though, people have already done that. And like we look at Big D with those 3 focus crystals, with those 2 chronic expansions, they they have the damage. They don't.
I mean,
need to
it's
slow
true,
down.
but if you just go into that gas printer, I feel like that's gonna put him so much further than he would have otherwise been.
Yeah, definitely. Klauski's in a scary spot here. Looks like they're gonna be okay.
His whites
Oh,
are kind of
man.
like some of those you don't want to lose. Like, the speed is really nice.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't want to lose the speed.
I guess the slug isn't super important, especially where he already has the Wungus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough call. Because at that point, you just assume you lose your chronic expansion. Kind of assume you lose your speed. Picks up the Harvester's Scythe, which is kind of a net neutral item on Void Fiend.
Yeah. Ooh, and a Nukahana. That's crazy.
Man, now that Wungus pickup earlier, it's starting to pay
Yeah,
its
dude.
dividends.
The synergy. Please buff Nukahana.
Yeah. Man, you need to make a lot of changes to this game to make Nukahanas good, though. You kind of just need to make healing good in the first place, and it's not at all.
It is
Oh,
Eclipse.
finding a crit.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Is that a gas printer? Is that another one? Yeah, I can't tell. It's lost the chronic expansion and getting gas. Okay.
Okay, it is another gas printer. Yeah, that's funny.
Keeps stepping in the mushroom. Alien head?
Wait, what was... It was a Vagrant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just got my prediction going. Sorry to all the believers.
That's true. At least Mithrix will not get Nukahana and murk you.
Yeah.
Small consolation.
Yeah, I died to that like 2 weeks ago, man. That one will get you.
It's brutal. They removed Tesla from Mithrix, but Nukahana is still a thing.
All right, on to stage 5. The run is honestly not super strong. I mean, they don't have much speed.
No.
They don't have much damage. Kind of a lot of like nothing items.
I think Big D's in the best spot here. I think Duklowski could have been in a really good spot if they found either of those gas printers.
Tyler forgot to loop again.
No, guys.
Tyler. Man. Is there a command to set the gold to 0 as well?
I think
Gorak, if you're in the chat, just let us know.
I couldn't tell last time.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a +5.
Oh, that is a big +5 for Tyler. It's a really big deal.
Not even gonna loop the teleporter, and then you're gonna +5 anyway.
Man.
What the hell?
Oh, and Brian didn't loop it either.
Oh my god, the integrity of this event.
Guys. This is a Mickey Mouse event, man.
I hope Brian +5s too. Like,
Man, that's messed up. Don't say that.
no,
He doesn't deserve it. He's just a boy, man. All right, I'm gonna go tell Tyler. I think he sees, but
Yeah.
just in case.
Oh, well, that's a +5 for Big D.
Does anybody know the OP is?
The what?
I'm gonna tell him to do the spawn blue portal instead of next stage.
Okay,
Okay, be right back.
that makes sense. I can't with these people anymore, man. What the hell?
All right. Oh, and I have to tell Brian as well, but we'll wait
Yeah.
until he's in the clear. I'm gonna go tell him right now, actually.
Huh. I am worried. The damage is really not where it needs to be at right now. It is kind of interesting how these builds kind of look different. People are making different decisions. I do think Big D, I mean, with that +5, I like their build the most is the thing, but they are still struggling. Klowski, I think, is the only one that hasn't +5'd. We'll see if they can do it. I wonder if they'll loot a little bit more here. We'll just go straight to the teleporter. I love this underground area of Verdant. I think it's so cool. Man, I think it's such a shame that they locked these variants behind loot. Because I never get to see them. And like we've never seen these variants before this race. And DLC 2 has been out for, what, 8 months? Or like, it would also be maybe cool if there's like maybe a dynamic day-night cycle where you start out on like the day version of Verdant, and then as you progress, or as you sit there long enough, maybe it'll go to night. I think something like that could be cool as well. I like the idea of just dynamic maps in general that kind of change as you go through them. As they are now, they're all just kind of static. Klowski handling this very well. The Saw, I think, is carrying pretty heavily here. It looks like Big D's the only one that doesn't have that currently. I think, there's a fuel cell printer on stage 3, which honestly would have been really decent with these saws here. And they're still coaching
All right,
Brian. Okay.
Yeah, man, that was teach him some life lessons in there. I don't know. Man, and then next run they're gonna remember, but they're gonna forget to go to Mythrix or something. Like,
dude, we're gonna do it in the next round.
They had one job. All right, did I miss anything? What's going on here?
Did you see Big D's +5 on the last stage?
I did not.
Big D did +5.
Thought they're fighting Grove Tenders though, which is,
yeah. I mean, with the Voidsent Flame though, it's like it's not that big of a deal.
True. Not very difficult.
Currently, D Klowski is the only one that hasn't +5'd.
Oh wow, yeah. Tyler printing an opal there. Not a bad play.
Is that a ignition tank from Teleporter? Nope, it's a whip.
Yeah, it's a whip.
Sad.
Yeah, we'll see how these next two stages go. I mean, how did Klowski do stage 5 and stage 6? Was
I didn't see their stage 5 because I was looking at everyone else plus 5ing, but their stage 6 went pretty well.
Yeah, it would be big for them if they could get a first place here. And they've been playing pretty well all day, but you know, some plus 5s that last run.
Yeah, currently tied for first with Tyler.
Yeah, getting 2 second places. Oh, breaking their watch though. Breaking their watch is
Yeah, that's not great.
no. Oh, and another plus 5 on Brian, and another plus 5 on Brian.
What?
Brian
Back to
is
back.
spiraling right now. It looks like the decision to spawn the Halcyonite has not been a good one.
They're
Which,
committed.
man, everybody knew that. Everybody knew that wasn't a good decision. But sometimes you gotta let your kid make mistakes, you know? It's the only way they're gonna learn.
I don't even think,
all things
like,
considered,
even if you could kill it quickly, I don't even think it's that much faster than doing teleporter. Like on the first
No.
run, like it was fine, but
oh, and that's another one. Ryan might be
he's trying to
just,
bait him. Okay, and he is gonna die here, but at what cost?
at 15 minutes of cost.
Oh, and that is a
that
wait, never mind.
Oh, is it?
That's a Shrine of Shaping
that's what I was
death, maybe.
talking about with the gloop. Do they have Shrine of Shaping?
Klowski did just die.
Oh, I was talking about Tyler.
But they seem like they're
Tyler's
okay.
rocking Gloop right now. Rocked another one. They're in a very scary spot, but
So everyone has
like I said earlier, the Gloop's
died.
actually pretty good in this situation.
Yeah. Klowski looking okay here, but I am worried. I mean, that was a death. I feel like it could easily happen again.
Yeah, and I mean, next stage is going to be even more difficult.
That said, though, only has to get through one more.
Again, Tyler has been on 25 HP multiple times here.
Gloop maxing.
Actually, gloop maxing. Are they too high in the air right now?
Okay, yeah, I was worried. Oh, and that is a broken watch for Big D.
Oh, man. Everybody was so confident after that first run, you know? Super fast, no plus 5s.
They told me they didn't want to do Void Fiend for the last run because it would be too easy. So we changed it to Rex.
Yeah, we'll see how that last run goes, man. They're going to have to do 2 more stages and Mythics, so... quite the event we're having today. Oh, and that's another plus 5 on Brian. I mean, I don't know how much these matter at this point. He's really in the hole.
I mean, it could matter.
That's true. But Klowski, the one racer with no plus 5s, their damage isn't spectacular.
No, and I do think Big D and Tyler are still very much in the running here for first.
Yeah. Klowski actually proccing that gloop on purpose with the Void Cradle. Kind of a fun play. And then they just rode the Dune Strider for a minute.
A little dangerous, though, to be taking this many curse stacks. Oh, there's another Shrine of Shaping.
That is a blessing.
Oh, but
they don't have 30% health, though. Almost there.
There you go. You need health to do that. Interesting. Even though it doesn't take your actual HP. And that's a plus 5 for Big D.
Oh, wow. That's tough. Oh, and this could be one for Tyler as well. They're getting very low.
No.
What a bummer. Man, and now we might be looking at double bonus points for Klowski if they can finish this run without a plus 5.
Another one for Brian. Add it to the pile.
Oh, but this could be a plus 5 right now.
Well, they do have the Shrine of Shaping.
Or sorry, yeah, a death.
But I mean, if they use that now, they still have to get through most of this teleporter event.
Yeah, and it's very important that they don't. actual +5 here, because that's going to be the difference between bonus points for them.
I think discussion needs to be had about the Shrine of Shaping, because it feels a little bit like if they get bonus points but they died 2 times in the last 2 stages, it's like,
Yeah, it's interesting.
oh, there it
Okay,
is.
there's the Shrine of Shaping Death. So they just need to clean it up from here, finish it on out. Brian's printing APRs right now. Would be great if he didn't have 5+5s.
Because normally the way it works is if you +5, you're ineligible for bonus points in any fashion.
Yeah.
But just because you got lucky and happened to find a Shrine of Shaping.
I mean, it's tough to say because generally what people do is when they have Shrine of Shaping, they play much more aggressive and use that as a resource. So it isn't really a +5 in the same way that a normal one is. A lot of times
don't
the
know.
Shaping +5s are kind of priced in.
I just don't like the idea of encouraging people to die.
Oh yeah, totally.
Or having no consequence for dying either. Oh, but there is an actual +5.
Yeah, bonus points are off the table now. And that is that's a pretty big deal.
I think we just like remove them, make them actual chests. And no one's complaining about the credits.
Well, Duklowski is going to get first here as long as they can make it to the Obliterate portal. Whatever it's called.
Yep.
I don't know what anything's called, man. I don't even know what the stage is. A moment fractured?
Yeah. They do have a moment hole. I'm not sure. They do have a first locked in though.
Yeah. So, I mean, really good job to Duklowski in general here.
Yeah.
This was a difficult run.
This was surprisingly.
Hey, man, I saw some doubters in the chat. I saw Cap in the chat being a doubter saying, oh, it's easy. Void Fiend's so strong. But if you don't get the items, Void Fiend's difficult. I'll say it. You need damage on this Survivor. You want some movement speed.
We'll see how this pans out. That's another +5 for Tyler. But
it's tough.
Big D hasn't even started TP yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm gonna pull Duklowski in here though.
Yeah. Hey.
Duklowski, first place. Good job.
First? Okay. I guess
You did.
Glob carried.
Yeah, you would have gotten double bonus points if you didn't take that +5 at the end.
Yeah, but I mean, I was surprised I didn't take like more deaths at that point.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The Shrine of Shapings were really helpful that run.
Yeah, really.
That was a rough one.
Yeah, man.
It was rough.
Did you have the ignition tank? You did. Okay, so on stage 4, there were 2 gas printers.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, another +5 for Tyler.
That's a shame. Oh, at least Glob was my AoE, so.
You're the only one that had
Don't forget the powerful Nukahanas.
Oh yeah, huge.
Yeah, press R, you win.
And Brian is leaving. 10 +5s.
But another +5 on Tyler as well. Brian might actually be able to get third place here. Tyler is just
holy.
Brian
did really like wings.
Brian actually did pretty well on that last stage.
Oh yeah, and okay, Tyler. If Tyler takes one more +5, he gets last here. This is crazy that Brian's had a chance to win this. What happened with Brian is he hit the Halcyon on stage 6 and just started dying. It was really rough.
I mean, you are not killing Halcyon unless you chase him.
Yeah. So we ended up having to push him off the stage.
Yeah.
And
at that point, he has more HP than Mithrix. Not even lying.
Oh, it's close here though. It looks like Tyler's going to be able to get out of here. He's dealt with most of the big enemies. Picks up another crit there. But man, anything could happen. And what's tough is once you have 9 +5s, you start playing super sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of convince yourself the run's over. It doesn't matter.
What?
Because you're
Yeah.
like, man, what's the difference between 9 and 10 plus 5s? But it is going to be a point on the board.
Let's bring Brian in.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Brian.
I went too fast.
Yes, but
not
Tyler
over.
currently has 9 plus 5s.
How
Oh,
the f-
actually, it's over. Tyler just hit the portal.
They just hit the portal.
oh.
So you probably
So-
it probably is going to be last unless something extremely tragic happens here. But it was closer than you might think.
Yeah. It was just a difference of 1 plus 5 there.
Everyone plus 5. Everybody struggled.
It was, not an easy run.
I'm getting paid by the +5 here, so that's actually all good for me.
And it was crazy. Duklowski was like 1 minute away from getting double bonus points, and then they plus 5'd right at the end. So
Yeah.
everybody's still alive. That would have almost like not guaranteed the win for the day, but it would have made it very difficult for anybody else to come out on top. But
Okay, that's Tyler done.
I don't know what.
Tyler beat you by 3 minutes, Brian. It was close.
Tyler,
What the fuck am I? What the
thank
fuck am I
God you
doing?
didn't get 1 more plus 5 there, because 1 more plus 5 would have been 4th place, and you secured 3rd.
Okay.
So good job sticking it out there. But definitely a tough run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nobody
that
had an
sucked.
easy time.
What is Big D doing?
I don't know. I think they fell off.
Oh yeah. And from what we saw earlier, I think Big D was saying it takes like 30 seconds of falling before you actually spawn up. The floor box is like
Yeah, it's
really low on this
actually
stage.
takes a lot of time.
Plus
That Merc
0.5.
got me so. That Merc got me so overconfident. I thought I was just like I thought I could just throw myself at the seed, but no.
I think you need to re-examine your halcyon strat.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think it's good either. By that point, he's just so overpowered.
But by that
Holy
point, you
fuck.
don't fight him. You just try to cheese him.
It worked out in
maybe
your
one
Merc
more
run, but
maybe 1 more Halcyon is what you need, Brian. Don't let
Yeah,
the
just
haters
one
get
more
to you.
Halcyon.
oh no, oh no.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Okay. Just see them launch themselves off a cliff. Like-
Yeah.
Knows maybe Big Louie will find those Easter eggs at that point.
Okay.
All right. And it has been done. Big D is finished. All right, Big D. Good job getting out of there. You got second place.
That's crazy. What the hell?
If you had plus 5 there, it would not have mattered at all.
No.
There was like a 30-minute difference
yeah.
between you and 3rd place.
I see.
But nice job finishing it out. How'd that run feel, Big D?
I overestimated how much damage that Void Fiend had. I thought I could maybe loot less. There's a lot of things though I would have done differently going back like
You
that.
played Void Fiend?
I mean,
I played
Ignition
Gloop.
Tank. I mean, the gloop. Yeah, it helped. It wasn't ideal.
It was
have
my
it.
only damage,
Yeah,
I think.
Just getting that ignition tank with those gas printers on like stage 4 and stage.
Nobody got
There's
that.
a
Some people
gas
got
printer.
the ignition tank. Some people got the gas printer. Some people found neither. And some people didn't loop their goddamn teleporter.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, who the hell did that?
All right, now we're
Not
naming
me.
names. Brian, you didn't loop your teleporter. Tyler,
was
you
not
didn't
me.
loop
I
your
didn't.
teleporter. I had to spend 2 minutes on the call with Brian just coaching him, telling him how to type in the command.
No,
man.
we were having we were catching up, bro. That was a good convo.
We were
You
catching
started-
up
you
in the middle
started.
of the fucking cast. I was dying here. I was
That's
trying to
why
do shit
on the
alone.
call
Brian
with
did the
Brian. He's like,
Halcyon.
man, I shouldn't have plus 5'd there. Man. I'm like, Brian, I'm trying to
What
help you
is
here,
that
man.
Australian accent? That was so bad.
Just had a little side
thing is,
discussion in the middle of the
when I
race.
When I spawned in
You
on
don't
stage
look, you
5, I was
fight.
like,
I
oh, I
think that
should
was a good
probably get the
accent, I don't know.
teleporter properly.
You don't look, you fight Halcyonite. That's how
All
it
right,
goes.
so let's just go quick overview here. So we're gonna go to Mithrix on this run. We're not gonna go to Mithrix on the first loop. We're gonna go after we've completed loops. After you finish 10 stages, we're going to Mithrix. And I'm gonna just say, if you do not loop on the first one, you are going to do. Man, I don't even remember
Calcinate.
the command. You're going to do the
On
portal. You're
underscore
gonna
portal blue.
spawn underscore portal blue. Okay. And then let's make sure that we go to Mithrix after the second stage 5, after stage 10.
What if someone chooses to fight Void Link?
Then you're banned for 3 months. It's like we said earlier.
That
But
makes
what
I
if
mean,
we
using an
not
go
like you're
on?
winning
Yeah.
anyway
Like a
if you choose
Hear
to.
me out. We go to Mythics, we do that, then we go fight Void Link for like a bonus point or something. How about that?
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
but if you die, you're banned. Simple.
Okay. I like
Yeah.
that trade offer.
Yeah.
I'm sad.
It's okay, man. It's all
That Merc got me so overconfident, dude. That seed was just cracked. I'm not
Yeah.
cracked. That seed was cracked.
Brian, you can
First
still
and
send it to a
second,
tiebreaker, so
very
anything
good.
can still happen. Klasky is in a nice first place right now, but everybody has a chance to win this race. So just do your best here.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up a couple items. I know we're not supposed to coach you guys, but if
Mm.
Race was here, he
Shut
would
the
say
hell up.
maybe pick up a couple items. Maybe don't hit the
Shut up.
Halcyon Knight on stage 6, and
Yeah.
I had a lot of
But
items.
what
They
if-
were all just bad.
that's fair. That's fair.
But
You
what if
do-
Calcinate is Celestial Porter? Just
You do
think
have
about it.
Siren stage 4, so keep that in mind.
And also, don't go through the stage 8 portal. I don't even know what we do if somebody goes to that portal. So just please don't go through that one.
Yeah.
We're going to Mythics. All right, is everybody ready?
I mean,
gonna
you
go through that
can
portal.
still loop after getting to Celestial, so you just
Yeah,
hit
can
the...
you just
Yeah, you hit it once
and
and this portal
you know what?
spawns.
That's actually perfect because you lose a bunch of time. That's your punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you obliterate, you're just gonna lose the run. So at the end of the day, it's up to you. All right, is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Hey,
I'm ready.
Goji.
I'm a looper.
Your Australian
All right.
accent's really bad, by the way.
Brian, I'm putting you in your racer chamber. Goodbye.
All right, see you guys.
All right.
So yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
These
Man, this
people,
Brian
man. Okay.
guy. Oh. Amateurs, all of them.
I know.
+5ing.
I miss
not
working
looping
with
portal.
professionals.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Zinc?
I don't know.
All right. 4th loadout. This one's a little bit different. We are going to Mithrix. We are playing 10 stages. This is going to be the most stages we have ever played in a risk of resources race
Yeah.
by far.
A
And we're
lot
playing
of stages. We are playing Rex. Reminder, initially we were going to do Fiend for the last loadout, but they're like, nah, Fiend is going to be way too easy. So I'm like, okay, we'll make it Rex then. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's a little bit better than that last run. I was kind of surprised by how much of a struggle that was. Usually, like, Merc was not a struggle at all, and Fiend was a huge struggle, which is kind of the opposite of what you would see in a regular Mithrix race.
That's true. And I mean, not a bad Rex loadout here though. I mean, they probably wish they had the other special, but no self-damaging at least.
Oh, did I? I'm in. What did I press for the teams here? I did something. Okay, there we go.
Last minute update. It's a team race for the 4th loadout. Even the racers don't know. All right, this is actually kind of a difficult Halcyon Knight here. They are on the ice, so they're going to be slipping and sliding away. And don't deal a lot of damage right now. So you got to be a little bit safe.
Yeah. Rex is definitely hard early on. Looking for a lot of mobility. AoE, very important, just in general for these looped runs, but you're going to want to find at least a little bit before Sirens. Otherwise, you're really going to feel it. I do appreciate Deathmark quite a bit on Rex.
Oh, yeah. Super good.
Not immediately good, but I mean, we saw how it was with Tylor in that Acrid run.
Yeah, I'll tell you, my eyes are on Brian here, because I just want to see him play the game the way he knows he should. Take his time, get a lot of items, not +5. I know he's capable of it, but this is going to be a run that really punishes people if they go too quickly. It's going to be hard to catch up once
Yeah,
you get to those difficult stages post loop.
there hasn't been like a. I mean, Deklowski has been doing pretty good, 2 seconds and 1 first, but nobody has like won 2 loadouts yet. It's been a different person for every loadout so far.
Yeah,
I'm looking for Big D to win this one, so everyone has one.
and so has Brian gotten first and then last twice? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
That's tough.
which is actually it's a little bit rare to see that. Usually, the person that gets first in the first loadout, I think more often than not, will actually go on to win the whole race. And I think there's a whole mental component behind that. You build up momentum. If you get last in the first loadout, it feels really bad, and sometimes you feel like you have to play catch up, and you'll play a little bit riskier than you otherwise would, which can backfire.
Yeah, I feel like what you see a lot is somebody gets first in the first loadout, and then they get first or second in the next two, and then the last loadout they start to fall off a little bit. It's funny. I don't know if we've ever seen somebody win all 4 loadouts.
We have.
Are you sure?
We've had a few sweeps before.
Have we?
Brian's gotten a
They're
sweep.
very rare though.
I
Brian's
think.
got one?
I believe he has.
Well, I guess I'm wrong. But it's very difficult to get the sweep.
It is. We didn't see one for like the first year of Risk of Resources.
You do see
only
though, Brian
happened
is
a handful of
on to
times.
stage 2. Not a lot of meaningful items so far. A little bit of movement speed, which is nice. But let's look down below Brian's screen and look at the items that Tyler has. Because Tyler has a Sail Star and a key. And a Tenabobble as well. And so I really like where somebody like Tyler is at right now, where they already have 2 debuffs for their death mark.
Tenta is
able to take advantage of that.
Tenta's a little weird though. I would maybe consider not picking that up because you got that 0.5 proc coefficient with Rex, right? So it's going to be rare to proc, where Chrono Bobble is just a guaranteed proc every time.
That's true.
I think long term that might actually be bad.
I feel like you're just thinking about Deathmark though. And usually you can get 1 proc off with the Tentabobble, whether that's with your M2 or your M1. And that's really all you need to get the Deathmark going. So I guess there was a Chronobobble.
There was a Chrono
on the stage though. Oh, and is this a +5?
No.
Oh man, that is a big +5 on Big D.
That sucks.
That's really brutal.
You do, I guess, have the apples as well on this loadout, which is considered a debuff.
Oh, true, yeah.
Oh, and a gas in that shrine.
There you go. That's
doesn't make up for the +5
online,
but it was pretty good. It might make up for the +5 if they get to Sirens and no one else has AoE. Man,
I'm scared for Brian. They're on stage 3 with 8 items. They found Shuriken, which is great.
2 of which are from Teleporter.
Yeah, they're not going to have this encrusted key. They're not going to have the Sail Star. And the Sail Star especially is such a big difference. I mean, we're playing 10 stages here. That is an extra 10 items they're going to get throughout this run because of that Sail Star. Just guaranteed. Every stage that they open a chest, they're going to get
that's really good.
out of it.
He could maybe find one later and get a little bit of value out of it that way. But like the fact that everyone else has one and he's the only one that doesn't, really fucking sucks.
Yeah. The prayer beads is actually an interesting item here. They should be able to charge that up for most of the run. Hope we find a scrapper on one of the later stages.
That's true. I still think it's probably worth it to get rid of it at like, I don't know, like 15, 20 stacks. It's usually the point I think I scrap it.
Yeah, I don't. How does it work? Is each stack equal the same, or is it like the later stacks are stronger? Does it make a difference?
No, each stack is the same, but the later stacks are harder to get. It's like
Okay, yeah,
in the same way that like the leveling up works.
gotcha. So once you get to like 15 or 16, you're
Yeah.
gonna spend a lot of time to get more. Interesting. Brian printing a couple of backup mags there, or printing one backup mag. I did see an APR printer on stage 3. I also saw an Opal printer. So there's a lot of good printers here. So the people that have looted a little bit more
Yeah.
heading up to it are gonna reap
Br-
some benefits.
Brian is looting a little bit more on the stage, I'm noticing.
Yeah, I like that. I think he's realizing it's gonna be a tough run if he doesn't slow down now.
Unfortunately, not getting amazing items, tougher times, stun, and harpoon.
And a void crit to boot.
I mean, Void Crit, actually, I think it could fucking
Yeah.
suck. Like, genuinely.
You said it could suck?
I think it could fuck and suck.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah.
It's a little weird with the 0.5 proc coefficient on Rex's M1. But,
Yeah.
like, a Crunder, I'm just thinking, would be so fucking powerful.
There are 2 of them though. So it's basically like a 1 point up rock coefficient, no? Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting pickup. I mean, crit isn't
And
spectacular.
I guess we are fighting Mithrix this run as well. So that's something
Tyler
to keep
picked
in
it up.
mind. But if there's ever a situation where you have to do pillars, I do appreciate the Void Crit just for taking out those perfecteds, especially like where they're going to be stage 10 perfecteds. Most of the enemies on the map are going to be perfected. Having that Void Crit is going to be super nice, especially if they don't have a lot of damage by that point and it turns into a cope run.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, look at the rest of Tyler's items as well. He found an ATG, found a uke,
Nice.
still holding onto that key. So, and I think this is a
Ooh.
run. Oh, that's really big. But I was gonna say, normally what racers will do when they find a key is they'll just pick up the first key they can see. And sometimes they'll try to macro a little bit and like if they're gonna buy a couple of items before, try to find a second key. But this is the run where I think they'll be a lot more conservative and really hold on to the key and try to find multiple before they open a key box. Because got 10 stages in front of them. They want to make sure they can get as many encrusted key boxes as they can. And
11
Tyler
including
found
Moon,
a second
actually.
one. Yeah, that's true. Duklowski, on the other hand, is playing very slow.
Ooh.
Which I think is actually a really good strategy here. Duklowski is in first place right now. They
Ooh.
have 7 points. Their goal is to get second here. And I think they're probably guessing Brian's going to +5.
Yeah, it's
they're
possible.
probably guessing Tyler might play pretty slow. And they're like, if I can just have a clean run where I don't +5, I think that's their strategy here.
So, Tyler, there's some interesting decisions there. The potential had a Plarva, Void Band, and then something else. But with the Recycler, you can actually make a play with the Plarva. You could re-roll it into a Bloom. There's only 2 Void items in the red pool. So if you have a Recycler, you can guarantee which one you want to get. And I think that might have been a good play. I mean, with 10 stages, by the time you get to Mithrix, every item in your inventory is going to be red.
Is that what you want, though?
I don't know. But I don't know. It would be very different. And
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like a 50-50 chance of Benthic working out. But I think it's a little bit different in looped runs. There's some extra consideration there.
Yeah. I mean, you're guaranteeing you don't have any speed. You're guaranteeing you don't have any defensive items.
You are, but usually you are guaranteeing yourself damage. And if you go for like a drone build, for example, that's just easy.
That's true, yeah.
Try to find it, and then you can focus on getting like a mobility equipment to kind of make up for that. Have some consistency there at least.
But seeing it be Tyler, it doesn't surprise me what decision he makes. I mean, just generally a very safe player. Doesn't like to make big risky decisions. So.
I wonder if they'll try to like use the Plarva if they like find a band, for instance. Because right now, it's actually pretty good. You get a Polyloot Plasma Shrimp. That in and of itself is a great build.
Yeah, I'm guessing what they'll do is if they find a band, they'll probably use it. But they want to wait in case they see a Teddy, because if they can get spaces as well. And remember, they do need a pillar skip this run. It's pretty far away. They've got a lot of game to play before that, but a pillar skip does matter. It's going to make a difference.
I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
All right, totally. Just me now, guys. Oh. But yeah, we are looking at stage 4 here. I don't think anybody's going to try to kill or skip Awu. Unfortunately, they don't have the other special ability on Rex, so they can't do the tech where they pull Awu into the pillar and immediately kill him. Brian is dealing with the Solus unit though. Making pretty quick work of it. I'm anxious about Brian's damage though. It's pretty low, especially when we look right below him at Tylor. Klowski, on the other hand, is continuing this like pretty slow conservative playstyle, and I like it a lot. I think his game plan is just trying to win the whole race. He really doesn't want a +5, and he just wants to have a clean run. So it should benefit him in the long term. One thing I'm thinking about with Tyler here, though, could use a Void Seed to kill Awu. That is true. There is a Void Seed. I do wonder if anybody will try to take advantage of that. It is going to be kind of a lot of effort to get it all the way over there. O'Brien's scaring me here. Those are the Shrine of Shaping, though. Yeah, it will take a lot of effort to get the Awu to this Void Seed because it's kind of in the corner of the map. It's also just a risky play, but it looks like Tyler's going for it. He's got Awu running through the Void Seed, and he does have the Shrine of Shaping buff as well, so yeah, it looks like it might happen. This is really interesting. And what's especially true about this is Tyler has a Recycler, so breaking his watch though. Not only will he get a red item, but he'll have the opportunity to re-roll it into a different red item here, if it's not what he likes. It's getting a little scary for him though. This is definitely taking a lot of time. Should go down right here though. I think this will chip it off. Yeah, and that's an Awu dead for Tyler. That's huge. So really big red item we have here. Good chance nobody else gets this. And right now Tyler's the only one playing with Recycler too. Frost Relic. Does re-roll it into an Alien Head, which isn't bad. Kind of like Alien Head here.
I'm back. I miss anything?
Tyler killed Awu with the Void Seed.
Oh.
And yeah, pretty exciting there.
No one else did that?
As well. Well, I mean, the Void Seed's kind of at a tough spot. It looks like Klowski's trying to pull it off as well right now. So What's interesting is Awu dropped a Frost Relic, but Tyler does have the Recycler, so he was able to recycle it into a Alien Head.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I actually really like Frost Relic in this. I think that would go crazy.
Yeah, Frost Relic's not bad. I think they're just hoping for one of those really juicy items.
I would value Frost Relic over something like a Tesla Coil even. Especially where like you do have so many stages in front of you. Not great for Mithrix, sure, but for like this next loop part, just having that AoE around you is so fucking nice.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, I'm pretty scared about Brian's damage here. I mean, if you just look at his items without the Plarva, he's gonna need something here. But breaking news, Brian remembers to loop. This is huge.
Whoa. I hope he doesn't remember too much.
Yeah.
Does it again. I'm proud of him though.
Yeah.
Character development.
And I mean, I'm giving Brian a hard time here with his items, but if he can figure out a way to pull this off and stay at this pace, he could get bonus points.
It's
And the
true.
only way that Brian can stay in this race today is by getting double bonus points. And by having Duklowski get third or fourth. But in the world where Brian gets double bonus points and Duklowski gets fourth, he actually wins today. So there is a path for him.
There is a path.
And, it's a difficult
He is
one.
kind of doing what he needs to do, but I would like to see him loot up a little bit more. Also,
and a plus.
we
That was trying to shape him.
get got.
It got us. It got us again.
There is a the teleporter is inside the void seed on stage 5, and Brian corrupted the grandparent.
Oh yeah. Oh, this
Which
is
is
actually a really
fun.
scary spot for him.
He's gonna clear out a lot of the other enemies, which is nice, but he's gonna have a hard time charging this TP. He's got to clear out this void seed first. Shame the grandparent didn't spawn in the void seed. That would have just been free. Oh, I guess there's a little sliver that you can charge in.
Yeah, just a little bit there. Doesn't look like Big D's gonna be able to do the AWU skip here. The AWU kill, I should say.
Klowski did get the Frost Relic, and I'm excited to see how this pays off.
Yeah. We can already see how much damage it's doing. It's a nice protective field around Rex here.
Wisps shouldn't be a problem anymore. Oh, that's a transmitter proc for Big D. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. Should be fine.
And so there is a bit of an X factor here for Tylor, which is that he has Plimp Polyloot whenever he dies, he's got 2 broken items waiting for him. And he did find that Safer Spaces as well. So he has all the void items he could want.
Well, Big D also has that. Big D actually has 2 larvae.
Yeah. No ukulele. Oh, no, he did find a ukulele as well, actually. Oh, this is pretty scary for Tyler.
Oh,
though.
and Big D can also get Safer Spaces.
Yep. I think they do find the spaces either in the Void Seed there, or I guess it could have been in the key box maybe as well. But I'm
Might
just
have
seeing
been.
Tyler did pick one up. Oh, and Tyler might actually... Nope, looks like he'll be okay.
Nobody else got the recycler, huh?
No. And I think it's going to matter here. I mean, there's just so many items to recycle this run.
I mean, yeah. It matters doubly, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like potentially even more, because usually you're gonna not take recycler because you know there's only a couple of stages, and so if you get the option for another equipment, you just take it really early.
It's true. And
But
another
here, you
thing,
know, you're gonna have speed to skip. Like,
another thing to consider too is red printers aren't really a thing. Like they can only spawn on stage 5 in a normal non-looped run. But if you're looping, the odds of finding one goes up like 5 or 6 times. So
yeah,
that's just
true.
even more
Like,
value
that's
for
the
it.
one.
Oh,
Brian finding more void crit. Oh, well, we
uh,
do see the polyloop plasma shrimp
yeah,
online now.
that looked intentional.
Oh, you also get a death mark debuff out of the frost relic. I forgot about that.
Oh, true.
So really easy death mark for Duklowski there.
Interesting going for a second shipping request form there. Would have figured that'd be a reroll. I guess like
Maybe just looking to get some extra reds later on.
yeah,
You know, if you got 5 shorms,
you do
maybe
have
find a red out of that.
5 extra stages. It's just not an item that stacks extremely well.
Yeah. Oh, and the recycler's so good on these void seeds, void cradles as well.
Yeah, that was sick.
Finding an extra bear there. And I don't know if anybody actually even saw the recycler except for Tylor. I think he might have been the only one that opened that.
I think
equipment
so,
barrel.
yeah. Because, well, Big D doesn't even have an equipment.
Yeah.
Tyler,
Bigby's
first
damage
one
is
out.
great though.
And neck and neck with Brian, and that lead Brian had from going fast is just kind of gone now. Tyler is right there.
Yeah, and I think it's just gonna get worse and worse as this goes on. And Tyler's build is exactly what you want.
Probably. Brian did take some time in that last stage to loot up a bit.
Yeah. And another Shrine of Shaping. So just remember, if they do die here, it won't count. Yeah, I feel like with this many extra stages, we've really seen the effect Shrine of Shaping will have on runs today.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to that? Do you see that Scorchworm on Tyler's screen? Oh, it's gone now.
Oh,
It just like died and then just stood there for like 10 seconds, like it was made of stone.
T-posing.
Yeah. And everybody's remembering to loop here, surely. I did not look at okay, everybody remembered. Finally.
Good. But will they remember to not loop?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tyler is like pretty consistently getting 3 debuffs there. Not really taking advantage of the fruit,
No, I'd like to see him
which
doing that. I mean,
would
Deathmark's just gonna be
just
so
be
much
death
more
mark.
damage.
Yeah. One of the few times fruit is genuinely useful.
Oh, but there's the it was a Shrine of Shaping death on Brian, but I think it's pretty telling of where he is right now. He's super far away from the teleporter, just broke his watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hard to catch up here.
Does everyone have spaces? They do. Okay.
Yep, everybody's got it now.
So if I'm Brian, I'm looking for a better equipment. If I'm Big D, I'm looking for any equipment.
It's tough for Big to hear though. I mean, he's already got a +5, so bonus points are off the table for him. He kind of needs to get first here. It was a little bit scary for Tyler here. He does have that Shrine of Shaping buff, so he's okay with dying, but obviously wants to avoid it.
Big D can, I think, tie Klowski if they get in first and Klowski gets in last.
Yeah. Does kind of look like picking up the Void crit early on was a smart decision with how many Void crit have showed up.
I'm actually not sure what we do for a tiebreaker.
Rock, paper, scissors? I don't know. I mean, we could talk to the racers, see what their thoughts are.
Yeah.
I think earlier what we said is we would just do what we did for the first 3 loadouts. Tiebreaker Voidling,
False
1
sun.
stage race, 20 stage loop. There's some interesting ideas in the chat there.
20 stage loop, get the Clover achievement.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the tiebreaker is unlikely, I'm guessing, but we'll see what happens. It's
see.
always a possibility.
I can see like a Tyler Klowski tiebreaker happening pretty easily.
Yeah, how would that one work out? Because if Tyler got first and Niklowski got third, or Tyler got first and Niklowski got second with a bonus point, there's definitely some pathways there.
Yeah.
But Tyler's definitely en route, and we see a Void Lobster over there as a pre-spawn on stage 7.
Nice.
But man, Tyler's damage with that death mark too. It's looking pretty good. And Brian is just fighting to not +5 here. He's got a lot of enemies to deal with.
Klowski taking a lot of time on the stage 5. Been going pretty slow just in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think their mindset is like they don't need to get first. But if Tyler gets bonus points, that's not true.
Yeah. Which I don't know. It's the thing is it's still kind of early in the race, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's like we're back on a normal race on stage 2 now. It's just everybody has crazy items and the enemies are a lot stronger.
There's a gas printer. Looks like Tyler's going into a little bit. Oh,
Yeah, grab
and that's a
couple.
+5 for Brian.
It
To
felt inevitable.
Brian's credit, though, they did hold it off for a very long time, and if it was going straight to Mithrix, they might have been okay.
Yeah, I agree. They were in a really tough position. This loadout, they kind of had to play it perfectly, and it's hard to tell how you're supposed to play this perfectly when nobody's really used to this format.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've literally never done a loadout like this before, so.
Some things are the same, but some
Void
things
Devastator
are different.
boss
Ooh.
on,
It
yeah,
could
I guess
drop
it's a Void
the
event.
Zoya.
Oh, true.
Oh, is it a
wonder
Void
if-
event? That's gonna be
I think
rough.
it is, yeah. Well, because that's why there was the pre-spawn lobster. That makes sense. Do you think you take the Zoya, or do you think you reroll it?
Well, I don't think you can reroll it.
No? Is it not just a normal yellow item when it drops?
No, it's Void.
No. Well, it ended up being a poly loot, so
Well, that's nice.
no decision to make there.
I mean, if there's a gun somewhere on the stage, somebody else could maybe get it. What? They don't have any other yellows. The thing is, we don't know the stages they have coming up,
Yeah.
so it's kind of hard to tell.
Brian printing some APRs. Wonder if Tyler saw that printer, but guessing wouldn't want to lose any speed here. Oh, and Big D breaking his larva.
Hmm.
Getting the plasma shrimp. Already had the poly loop, but Big D didn't have that +5. They'd be in a pretty strong spot. Unfortunately for Deklowski, they don't have the poly loot or the plasma shrimp or the Plarva. So missing out on a lot of essential parts of this build.
Which is a shame for like how long it's taken.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a couple decisions that were made on stage 3 that really snowballed into some power the rest of the run.
So what was it? Was it taking the key too early?
Well, I mean, for one, it was just the recycler was a big deal for Tyler, but I don't know. Was it?
Brian and Big D both have. I guess no, Brian doesn't. Big D
Yeah,
does
so
have plasma shrimp
I
polyloot
think
though.
I think
Even
it
without it.
was taking the key to. Well, maybe did Duklowski get the key at the very start? Maybe they didn't. I mean, they only have one void item, so I'm not sure. But Tyler picking up a couple extra little damage items there, finding some more attack speed, finding some gas,
Tyler is
focus crystal.
getting pretty far ahead here.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like this loadout was like made for Tyler. Just quite in line with their play style, and they're pushing the speed at the perfect pace right now.
Mm-hmm. Don't go through the celestial portal, please.
Yeah. Please, please, please. Finding even more speed. Awesome.
And there's
Big D
actually
slowly dealing.
there's
Okay.
a little bit of variation that's possible here because Tyler has 2 shipping request forms and everyone else only has 1. I've had a situation before where I like got an extra shipping request form from an adaptive chest, and then the next stage it gave me Drone Man, and no one else
Oh,
found
wow.
it because they only had the 1.
Yeah.
So there could be some shenanigans there.
Yeah, and Tyler just has so much agency over the build now with this recycler and that second shipping request form.
Getting death marks somewhat consistently here. I think a Krunder would be extremely powerful for this build, especially
Yeah,
like
it would be.
where you're looping and money just becomes kind of a non-issue at a certain point.
It's a little bit of a scary situation for Brian here.
Everyone's gonna
Dealing with
deal with this void
Devastator.
event now.
And that
Uh,
is a +5.
we'll see.
Oh, and Big D's doing the Halcyon Shrine on stage 7.
Which I actually think is a fair call because it is a void event.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to kill this Halcyonite.
Well, could you get a Void Reaver to kill it?
That's true. It's possible. It's just the Halcyon zips around so much.
It does, but I think like this is going to be easier than trying to stay in the teleporter to charge and deal with all the void enemies. I don't know though, because it is looking like a little bit of a challenge at least. Guillotine
is a lot of HP.
Is another item that usually sucks in a normal race, but kind of has new life in this format.
That's true, yeah. Does anybody even have a guillotine? I don't think so.
Big D does. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's so many items, it's hard to see.
they have 1. Well, I was looking at the health bar of Halcynite.
Oh, true. That's an easier way to check. Oh, and Tyler thinking about his equipment now. Sees some wings, decides not to take it, re-rolls it into a oh, my mind's at a blank. The big boom item, Prion.
Yeah.
But opts not for that either. I wonder what Tyler does take, because Prion's not bad.
We got going for the Wungus there. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Does Tyler actually have any healing right now? Tyler had another Wungus before that.
I mean, it is Rex.
That's true. Yeah. Tyler does not go through the Celestial Portal. Finally, we see stage 9.
It definitely seems like Big D is having an easier time just dealing with the Halcyon than Brian and Klowski here.
Yeah. He does have the Polyloop Plasma Shrimp, though.
That's
so
true.
There is some difference in items. I wonder
like-
what he's going to get out of this. There could be some strong stuff in here.
No.
Or there,
Well,
or
actually,
there could not.
I
I mean, it's not
okay.
bad.
It's
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 not,
passable.
a runic lens or war bonds or.
But like I was worried about Big D for a while just because of how long they were taking on stage 5, but it seems like that is kind of paying dividends now because they have by far the best non-recycler build right now.
Yeah, definitely. Which, if you're Tyler, that's great news because you really don't want to see the Klowski getting second place.
Oh, it's sirens
Your goal
again.
is. Does it just repeat the stages?
Does it? I don't think so because we've had Verdant multiple times today, but that hasn't been in any of the prelude.
Oh, we have Viscous, yeah, and then we had. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But it did on this one.
Yeah, it looks like it. I will see if we get the same stage 5. It's funny that there's just 2 stage 5s now. I remember so long everybody was asking for a second stage 5. Was the dream.
What is your opinion on Helmuth?
Oh, I hate it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like that stage. But it's cool that it exists. It's so vertical and it's so hard to see stuff, and I hate all the enemies on it.
That's my problem with it. Is it's hard to see. There's like I think a mod that Nux made that makes it easier to see everything on it. I feel like the color scheme is just horrible, especially on stream. It just
Yeah.
the red looks awful, very bitratey.
How are they picking up a fire band? Which is pretty nice. Gives him a phase 4 skip.
Ooh.
That's not something we've talked about at all today. Phase 4 skip.
Some Kaggers
Oh, nice.
for Brian here, which I really love to see on Loop. Unfortunately, it doesn't have Polyloop Plasma Shrimp. I'd go crazy
No,
with that, but
it's tough.
is decent with like Voidsent Flame. Oh, another Polyloop.
Another Polyloop. Yeah, I mean, Tyler is just
I mean,
firmly sitting in the driver's seat right now.
that's gonna be really good for like Brian and Klowski though, especially
That's
Klowski
true.
having 2 Ukes here. No,
It's just got a
Brian does
long way
as
to
well
go, though.
actually. Yeah, it's gonna be a big power boost right at the very end of the run.
Oh, and there's a scav for the boss.
Oh,
Yo, that's awesome.
first one
That's
we've seen
crazy.
today.
Yeah. First ever scav appearance in a race, for sure. Oh, this is a hard teleporter, though. There's definitely a chance Tyler could +5 here. And it's really important for Tyler that he doesn't. He really wants to try to get these bonus points. I mean, I think if Tyler can finish this run with double bonus points, he's, cleared for the day. He's won his race, but +5 could change everything.
And you get +10 items now too. That's great, and an
Yeah.
ATG for
Oh, another
teleporter.
ATG from the reroll though, so nobody else is getting that ATG.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he has a.
Okay.
Okay, he's fine. A little scary there. And Niklowski's still dealing with this stage 2, trying to kill this Devastator, and
Nah.
I think it's kind of indicative of where he's at right now, that he's still on stage 2, still trying to fight this enemy. I mean, he finished the teleporter, but I I think he wants some void items pretty bad.
Let's cope.
Another +5 on Brian, unfortunately. You know what's crazy? Is Tyler's gonna finish his run faster than people have finished non-loop runs.
That's true.
like not even like taking into account like +5s. Like there have been runs that have taken more than 50 minutes
Oh
before.
yeah, especially early on.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Is like, like 2 years ago, what the races were like.
But even recently, I feel like we've had runs where it's like super cope and someone's on a stage just for ages and ages and ages.
Yeah. But Tyler's in a great spot, and I mean, I don't think he's gonna loot here. I think he's got his items. He got a feather out of that as well, so he's feeling even better. Guessing he just goes and fights our final boss here. O skips on up.
Yeah, looking like it. It would be nice to maybe get a different equipment before fighting Mithrix here. Like a
Yeah, I bet
capacitor,
I'll
Krunder, I think would be ideal.
maybe in this chant shrine. Oh,
Another recycler. Oh no, it
what
was an
bugger.
FMP.
Oh, FMB is
Need to fix that. Yeah.
does it do anything here?
They have Void Scent. Which makes it a little awkward. Do
Well,
they at least have Chronic? No.
no. I mean, they have 2 gas, but no ignition tank. Doesn't really matter.
That's not great.
They got Bandolier. They could chuck out some apples.
Yeah, I mean, for getting Deathmark, it's actually maybe okay.
Yeah, but kind of a nothing equipment.
Got the key.
I never saw there was a Baos on.
Ooh. Okay, another larva.
Oh,
So I
that's
think that
really
pretty much
helpful.
guarantees. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they'll die multiple times here, but having
Yeah,
that
I mean, we
extra
don't really know how the
safety,
scaling is, how it's gonna feel.
I think it'll feel okay. That's my
Yeah.
guess with this build. 3 polylutes, 3 plasma shrimp. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, that's my guess as well. And not even looking at soup. Just saying, I've got my damage. I'm ready to go fight Mithrix. Making his way straight up there. So yeah, especially with the feather as well. I mean, it's pretty hard to get hit by Mithrix if you have a feather and movement speed.
I mean, loop runs usually, if you're full looting, Mithrix is just trivial. He does have a lot of health.
Yeah, it's not that much damage actually. This is gonna be a long fight, which is very telling
There
for
we go.
everybody else.
Deathmark is up though. Nope, never mind. He cleanses it, which I think is stupid, by the way. Mithrix shouldn't be able to do that.
Go off. Talk to him.
8-second duration is already not enough time. Just ask my girlfriend. And being able to cleanse it, making it even shorter. The fuck?
Crazy. Oh, another +5 on Brian. Yeah, honestly, the only thing Tyler really has to worry about is phase 3, I think. I guess phase 2, he doesn't have any wraps. But I don't know, looking at everybody else. I mean, did you see when DeClousey took a +5?
Oh,
I missed it.
I'm trying to think. I think I did miss it.
Yeah.
I think it was
But,
on the last stage.
yeah, that's my guess. It was the Devastator or something like that.
This is taking a minute. Ooh, big swipe there. But they seem like they're able to handle it. I mean, the Tenta alone is pretty ridiculous for this fight. Mithrix
Yeah.
is not really able to do much.
I'm telling you, man, the Tenta was the pickup. It was a long con, the stage 1 Tenta.
That's true. I mean, if it on its own, I don't think it would be amazing, but with 3 polylutes, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is a +5 for Brian there.
Mm. Yeah, and at this point, Brian's just really deep in the hole. You know,
He is. He's
Just
been doing a good job surviving, though. I have to say, he +5 once on stage 1 or stage 6 rather,
yeah.
and then is that 2 or 7 actually?
I think it's 7.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know,
never
it's
mind.
really small. I mean, we could do the math. It's got to be 7. Tyler's
Yeah,
at
yeah,
47 minutes.
definitely 7. Never mind, I take it back. For some reason, I thought he didn't +5 last stage.
Hmm. Tyler on to phase 2 though, making pretty short work of these wisps.
Have you always been able to stand on the ramps and just have them go under it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Sometimes they'll fly up, but it's pretty safe. A lot of people do that.
I didn't know that strategy until embarrassingly recently.
That's a Dio classic.
I would always go behind the ramps.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is they can like kind of both fly on both sides and then you get stuck between them. I mean, it depends. Like going up on the ramps, I think is like the safest strategy, but sometimes it can be a little bit slower. Just depends on the run, the survivor. You think Tyler is gonna nail this phase 4 skip?
Uh,
How is he proccing banned actually? Now I'm thinking about it.
I think it's gonna be difficult.
Well, he does have M2, so
I
that's a
think
pretty solid skip.
you can do it with knockback fin, right? Can you?
I don't know, man. I'm really not sure.
I don't think it matters,
But
though. I
Tyler
don't
has,
think he really needs to.
yeah. Well, phase 4 could be tough. He's gonna have a lot of items and a lot of HP.
He will.
Duklowski picking up the FMP red item. Man, I'm so bad at remembering the item names. What's it called? It's a little face that's green. It's got the red things hanging down from it.
I just call it chance stall half the time, and that is not correct.
Soulbound. Thank you, Grinky Dink. You got me.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool if you could see a run like that actually work. It's very
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah, you just need everything to go right. And then usually it's like whenever that does happen, there's just good items anyways, and you're like, why am I relying on the Soulbound FMP?
I do think Soulbound would be pretty good with the bottled chaos.
That's true, yeah.
They were able to get that to work.
They don't have it and they have missed it already.
Brian.
Yeah. Oh, they do have ignition tank though. And how many gas do they have? Is that like 10 gas? Am I tripping?
Yeah, they went to a printer, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so they do kind of have an FMP build now. I mean, they've got 10 gas, ignition tank.
I think that was
Soulbound FMP.
you're looking at Duklowski.
Duklowski.
They have 13 gas.
13, yeah. I mean, 13 gas with Soulbound FMP isn't bad.
It's not. Actually, yeah. That's kind of crazy.
But, I mean, still a good ways behind Tyler here. Trying to think of the math though. So if Tyler gets 2 bonus points, let's say they go up to 10, and then if Duklowski gets second place, Duklowski goes up to 9.
Well,
If
no, if Wait. Yeah. Guess they would go up to 10. And then.
But if Tyler gets 1 bonus point,
Mm-hmm.
it would end up being a tiebreaker if Duklowski gets second.
Interesting.
Oh, that is a big +5 for Duklowski.
That's a +5 though. Sad.
Oh, it's an overloading worm for them. They don't have the
Oh, interesting. I guess just because they went there so much later.
yeah, which is actually so rough because not only do they not get the ATG that Tyler rerolled into, they also don't get the scav bags. They get way less
Yeah,
items.
-10 items.
Tyler did break his Plarva, but he should be okay to finish this phase 3 out. He's very close. But
And-
if he does, that's the thing, is if he does eat a pizza and die here,
Nope.
okay, doesn't get the phase 4 skip. If he
And
dies in this phase 4 and Duklowski gets second, Duklowski will win actually. So this is really important that Tyler has a clean phase 4 here. If he gets a clean phase 4 here, I think he just wins.
got the prayer beads removed there. Get the benefit
Super
finally.
important. Oh, and I'm kind of glad Tyler's playing it this safe.
Yeah.
He doesn't even understand how important this is here.
And Brian finally killing this fucking boss.
Yeah. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Okay.
Tyler. Oh, phase 4.
Oh no, it's
and
gonna
that might
happen
be another
again. It's gonna happen
+5.
again.
No, Tyler. Everything's falling apart.
No.
As Duklowski walks onto the moon. This is so sad.
That is tragic.
The phase 4 skip was so important.
Okay, so they can get 3 points here if somebody's able to steal it from Klowski here.
It will go to a tiebreaker.
It will go to a tiebreaker.
So if Big D can catch up, which right now
Which
Big D does have 1 less +5.
one
does
less
have
plus
more
5
damage.
did get the scav, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
interesting, by the way, because they hit it even later than.
And then not to mention, Duklowski can always +5 during this fight.
That's true.
They don't have a Plarva, so they don't have that kind of insurance.
They do have FMP Soulbound though, with a lot of gas.
Oh, somebody up.
Okay, you just.
Well, that's an interesting maneuver.
But
I get what they were thinking.
interesting. Okay. I mean, it worked.
Somebody did update though. The reason that Duklowski had the overloading worm is because he hit a mountain shrine.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
-10 items, but he did kill the scav without an issue.
okay, so this is pretty exciting now. If Big D can make it through the stage 5 and catch up, we're going overtime here.
I don't even know what that's
It's
going to look
very-
like.
I don't either. We might be playing 30 stages.
Stage 100.
It might just be a Disputed Origin video from 3 years ago. Like,
Oh, well, the scav back.
wait, what the hell?
What?
Why aren't they opening it?
Well, because they can't. Teleporter's active.
Oh,
I don't know why they went over there.
yeah, that was weird.
Maybe they just forgot.
All right, I'm gonna pull Tyler in. Tyler,
Hey.
a tough ending to that run. You did get first place.
Oh,
Yes,
I'll take it.
we
But had
have
you
no
not
fucking
+5
idea.
in phase 4, you would have won the whole day guaranteed.
Dang it. Okay.
'cause you would have
Dude, that
gotten
was so stupid.
There's a possibility of a tiebreaker, though, actually a pretty big one.
yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, Duklowski is in Mithrix, just finished phase 1. If Duklowski gets second place, Duklowski wins. However, Big D is on stage 10. They're almost done.
I don't. They're not charging though.
Yeah, they
I
are
need
playing a little
to.
bit slow here. If Big D can catch up and finishes ahead of Duklowski, then you guys will finish in a tiebreaker, and it will be you and Duklowski.
Okay.
So
I
very good
think-
run though. I just want to say, like, you played that
Yeah.
perfectly. The recycler was nobody else took the recycler.
Really?
So you had that advantage the whole run. You played at a really good pace and recognized how strong your items were, and just I mean, phase 4 is tough, but all things
Yeah,
considered, great job.
I was thinking of just looting a little bit more on stage 10 to see if I can find equipment that could guarantee the band proc, or at least a shuriken or something, because all I had was the void sent for a band proc, so I could skip
What
phase 4.
you forgot about is you had M2. You could have skipped with M2.
That's what I wanted to do, but Mithrix pizzaed too early, because I used my shift and kind of screwed up with the timing a little bit. And then I think it was just the remainder of the needle tick from my M2 earlier kind of killed him. His HP just kept going down from 5,000.
Yeah, it was
But
tough,
yeah,
but
We'll see.
like
I
I said,
mean, they have to deal with
honestly,
phase 4 too.
that's true.
It is going to be a little bit
I
easier
think
because they have the FMP with the gas.
yeah, I think it's
was
going to
there
come
an
down to
ignition
this.
tank or anything to go along with it?
There was
There was.
an ignition tank.
It was in a Halcyon Shrine on stage 7. Oh, and they got the phase 4 skip. Right,
Oh,
and that will do it. Unless we have messed up our math. Duklowski is going to be our champion today. But
very well
very
played.
exciting race. Yeah.
Fucking phase 4, man.
It's true. He could still die on the ship.
That would be
Has happened.
a
Ryan's
twist.
done it. I've done it. It was crazy the race where me and Brian both died on the ship in the same loadout. Kind of unbelievable.
You guys are entertainers for the content.
Barely. It's not because I'm dog at this game. Yeah, and I mean for Big D, they're still struggling here.
Brian finally getting the poly loot.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Brian got a benthic. Where was that?
I don't know. They got it in the last couple of stages.
There's
They
actually
had a lot of +5s, so
I was wondering if early on, once you found that recycler, there was the larva. You could have re-rolled into a benthic if you wanted to. I wonder how that would have turned out, because it is different for loop, right? In a good way, in a bad way, I'm not too sure.
I'm gonna grab the Duklowski.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't like benthic, so.
Duklowski,
Hello.
you got second place, but you won the whole race today. Congrats.
Let's go.
Good job.
Oh, kind of fun last loadout.
if
Yeah.
Tyler didn't die on phase 4, you probably would not have won.
Yeah, you would have. Tyler would have won the whole race today if
Okay.
he didn't +5 phase 4. He went fast enough to get double bonus points, and then phase 4 wasn't able to get the skip and took 2 +5s.
Yeah, I was scared of phase 4. That's why I drill skipped.
Yeah. It was,
I attempted to, it didn't work out.
Did he hit a mountain shrine?
I did.
Dude, you missed the scav because you did that. Everybody else got the scav. Well, except for
Oh,
Brian.
yeah,
who's doing
Brian.
the worm. Yeah, the big thing that run is Tyler had a recycler that he got on stage 3, and
Ooh,
just pushed that into
yeah,
a
that
lot
would.
of strong items. You know, with all the void items that showed up, everything.
Yeah, I can imagine like there were no good items actually until that printer.
Is it possible for Big D to steal second here?
Yeah, I'm looking at it and it's not. I was just wondering that as well. I'm wondering if we can just tell both of them that if they want to play it out, they can, but it won't affect the score. I guess at least for Brian.
Yeah,
We
I
could let
kind
him know that.
of feel bad watching this.
I'll
Yeah.
let Brian know, and then I'll let Big D know.
What's Brian's build?
What build?
Oh,
Just been dying a
yeah.
lot. Brian went really quick early on. And to Brian's credit, they didn't +5 until stage 6, but this last set of stages has been really brutal for him. See how much damage they have. Big D did have a lot of good shit going on, especially for not finding the recycler.
All right. So, quite a run. How did it feel, guys?
I don't think we should have tried that with Rex. Not this one.
You guys said it would be too easy
Yeah,
with
come
Fiend.
on, guys.
I didn't ask for this, but
It was fine
I mean, it was
actually.
fine for me.
really,
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so Big D and Brian, Tyler found a recycler on stage 3, and that made some differences throughout the rest of the run. Tyler had a very, very strong run. They would have had about a 56, but died twice, phase 4. And Duklowski ended up taking the day just by a smidge. But
FMP
really good job to
baby.
everyone. Oh yeah, and then Duklowski got a soulbound FMP build too.
nice.
So a lot of firsts in that loadout. The first ever scav we've seen, I think. Maybe first ever void event.
Yeah.
We're
First ever
loading
overloading
worm.
worm.
I think.
Yeah.
First ever Viscous Falls.
Wise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the +5s were plentiful today, is all I will say. I was surprised that Merc actually went so smoothly, looking at all of the other loadouts.
Yeah. Yeah,
It was
Merc
just a
got us
very
thinking.
strong start.
Yeah.
I was kind of worried
I mean,
after
if you
the
had
first one that it would just be like 4 quick, easy runs, no
Yeah.
+5s, nothing. But there was some turbulence.
Merc has a lot of
Something
survivability. Maybe that's
interesting
why.
that happened with the stages. I don't know if anyone noticed, but for the Rex run, after we looped, we had the exact same stages as before. Again.
Yeah, we were noticing
Yeah.
that. I think that's just a coincidence, because it didn't happen in any of the other loadouts.
Yeah.
That was interesting, though. What is the consensus on this? Is this a good event? Would we want to do something like this again, or just like a one-off thing? Never
I
touch
think
it.
it's fun to do from time to time.
Yeah,
The
put the
looping's
back
alright.
now.
The
I think.
looping's alright. Just I need to actually know what the fuck I'm doing when I loop.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
definitely
don't
a lot
hit
of different
calcinate.
strategies employed today. And I think we kind of figured out over the race what works and doesn't work. But it was really fun to watch. It was really interesting watching everybody kind of work out their strategies throughout the day. And like Duklowski on that last run, it was clear that you were playing like, pretty slow and taking your time because you knew the conditions that you were in. And
Yeah, I knew if I went fast and then died, I would have tilted so much and there would be no comeback.
yeah,
So I took it slower.
Um,
and it was just fun to see all these parts of the game that we never get to see.
yeah,
That was fun for
Yeah.
everybody. So
fun to finally
No,
see
probably-
some of the new stages after 8 months of the Seekers being out.
Yeah.
And we only saw one of them.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's true.
Actually, yeah. There were
I think we are gonna end it here though. We have a YouTube video coming out today, I'm pretty sure, which is exciting.
So,
Race will hopefully be back next week for your regularly scheduled programming. But if you guys want to sign up to become a racer, please do. If you go to riskofresources.com / apply. Please. Nobody's signing up anymore.
yeah, if you're wondering why we miss weeks of races, it's because it's hard to get people to sign up. There's a lot of different schedules around the world. And if you play this game a lot and you can play on Eclipse 8 and you can play under like 45-minute runs, you're welcome to come start scrimming with us, and we'll teach you how to get good at the game, and you'll be racing before you know it. So please apply.
Please apply. If you want to join our Discord, I think !Discord. I think it's also below the stream. Should be. This is the new YouTube. I'll try to pin that. If you guys want to go check that out, it's a pretty fun one. Okay. Anything else? What does Race usually say?
I don't know, man.
I
Thanks.
think that's it.
Thanks
Okay.
for